Hello and welcome to another episode of The Grindbin. I'm Mike Wood.
I'm Bobby Trippett.
And I'm Michael Tanner.
And today we're going to be talking about 1985's Avenging Angel.
Well, now I know how Custer felt.
Hey, Bobby, I got the money.
Dad, I made the team. But you're a hooker.
Get that goddamn thing out of your mouth.
What is shenanigans?
I don't know. Book ain't got no real rhythm. Hey, we're gonna play a little game, baby.
I just love fun and games. Get a little girl all hot and horny.
This is Los Angeles.
How the hell would women live? I'm horny.
And maybe Daddy would have had to kill himself because he couldn't get it up anymore.
What a shame.
We're jacking off. Come on, just step on the gas before we get cream. And
So guys, we're here, summer sequel month 2018, and boy, it started out great, didn't it?
We were on a roll,
Woo! And then,
Then I came in.
yeah.
and they
Oh,
did
no, I guess I was on Death Wish.
The
so,
horrors
No,
of
it was all right
Yeah,
for a
yeah.
minute.
the horrors of past summer sequel month, because there's only been one. I was going to say that as plural, but there's only been one. Came back to haunt us.
The proud tradition of summer sequel month. We need one that just takes the van right off the street.
Holy fuck, is this a bad movie?
Why did we
I'm
do
just
this
gonna
one,
say
Mike?
straight up before we even get to it, it's not a recommend.
Spoiler alert: we all hate this movie.
Oh,
I
don't know about
I don't
Tanner.
hate this movie.
Spoiler alert: we all hate Michael Tanner.
I'm Michael Tanner.
And I'm a big dumb
I'm
idiot.
a big dummy.
I like this
I was
movie.
indifferent to Avenging Angel.
Okay, you got some sort of pleasure out of watching this movie?
It's because it's not bad.
Oh,
It's just nothing.
Objection, Your Honor.
yeah, we'll get into it. So let's. We're actually doing this movie as one of our favorite patrons and Grindbin member of the Grindbin 4, which are only 3 of, which we're doing a movie that he requested, which is the Angel trilogy, which there's actually 4 of. Chuck,
Fuck him.
back here with another hashtag up Chuck.
I'm kidding, Chuck. We love you.
Now, Chuck, he's a beloved member of the Grindbin family, but his track record on movies is insane because we have Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Nope, never again.
Oh, was that Jekyll and Hyde together again?
Never
is the
again.
title?
Never again. He did recommend the first Angel, though,
All right,
which we,
all right.
we all love.
Yeah, actually, that was fun.
And I still like that movie a
Stark
lot.
difference between parts 1 and 2.
He also recommended Night Patrol.
All right.
Yeah. Yep.
I will give you credit, Chuck. You know the type of stuff to pick for this show.
Yeah. Chuck definitely knows what sets us off. He's
Chuck's
good
not
at
saying,
triggering
hey, you're
us.
gonna love these movies. No. He's
Yeah.
saying, hey, these will make good episodes.
Yes, and he's always right.
Yes.
You know, I'm sure this will make a good episode, but because I'm pissed. I had to watch this
Mike's
movie again
mad
today.
enough to spit.
Yeah.
I had to watch this again today, and I didn't have a good day to begin with, so it's really, woo.
Wow, thin line between love and hate.
Yeah, we're in for it today, boys.
Strap in.
So, guys, I don't have any budget numbers for the movie, but I do know that it made $5.6 million at the box office. So
How?
$5.6 million disappointed dollars at
Can we
the
just
box office.
bring up again that Return of Swamp Thing? An
Yeah.
enjoyable film.
Made $290 million or $290,000.
Less than that.
Yeah,
It was in the ones.
Yeah,
that
it was-
really
it was
does
bad.
blow my mind. That
Yeah.
that gross was so small
And
for
this
Swamp Thing.
thing made $5 million.
Actually, I think it was Chuck who had wrote on our Facebook, facebook.com/Grindbin, that when he saw the advertisement for Return of Swamp Thing, he said he saw a small little box in the paper and was like, oh, they made a new Swamp Thing? And then it was gone immediately.
Huh.
So that was it. But this movie, no, it survived and somebody saw it. It was directed by Robert Vincent O'Neill. Guys, Grindbin All-Star now for Angel,
Yep.
as well as one of the writers of Vice Squad.
Yeah.
Wow.
So what happened here?
That is probably the biggest mystery for me, is because tonally this movie is so different from Angel. Where Angel
or
is,
Vice Squad.
Or Vice Squad?
Put Angel closer to Vice Squad than
Yes.
to Avenging Angel.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is.
I would have assumed this was a different director, a different writer, a different everything.
I would think this is like a Chainsaw 2 type scenario where he's like, no, it doesn't need a sequel. And they're like, but we'll give you money. And he's
Anyway,
like, all right,
but
fine.
I'm going to have some fun with it.
I'm going to turn it into Baby's Day Out.
Except Chainsaw 2 is fantastic.
Yeah, and this is, like I said, it turns into John Hughes' Baby's Day Out. Pile of garbage. And people in the Grindbin audience is probably thinking I'm joking. No, I'm not. No, it really does turn into Baby's Day Out. This is a movie about a baby that gets lost in L.A. Fuck this movie.
Thanks for joining us.
Now, if we remember, Angel is about a Hollywood hooker by night, schoolgirl by day. And that has nothing to do with this movie we're watching today.
It doesn't.
Nothing.
It could not
Nothing.
be related to Angel at all and
No.
not change that much.
And the characters we do decide to bring back, what the fuck, man? Who would have ever thought Yo-Yo would have said more than one line in the sequel movie? Like, why is he coming? We'll get
You know what I
into it in
really
the
need
actual
though is
movie.
more Kit Carson.
You know,
There's so much Kit Carson in this movie.
Like a really unreasonable amount of Kit
Yeah.
Carson.
yeah,
in this
you know,
movie.
the thing is, like, a little goes a long way in the first Angel. You know, we don't want to spend a lot of time with these characters, just enough so they kind of come in for the comic relief. No, let's make a slapstick movie where our main characters are Kit Carson and a fucking Charlie Chaplin that throws yo-yos around.
I would have believed that this was up your alley too.
Yes.
Not
Yeah.
Angel
Yes. Okay, so the writer of this movie, the other writer, is Joseph Michael Kalla, who's
Shame.
also a Grindbin All-Star because he co-wrote Angel. The cast, Betsy Russell, Grindbin All-Star. She plays Angel in this movie, but she was Tomboy in another movie. Tomboy.
Yeah.
Tommy the Tomboy. And a Crown International classic. That was just a Me and Hughes episode. That's an
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a old school
That's
Grindbin.
a good one though.
Yeah.
Go back and
It's a good
check
episode.
that out if you haven't heard that, listeners.
Yeah, with dead member of the Grindbin, Chris Hughes.
With the late Chris Hughes.
Yep. Rory Calhoun, who plays Kit Carson in this movie.
Shame.
Grindbin All-Star for Angel. Susan Tyrell, who plays Solly Mosler. Grindbin All-Star for Angel. Mm-hmm. Now here's where we get into it, guys. Ossie Davis is in this movie.
Jesus Christ, what is Ossie Davis doing in this motion picture?
Tanner, apparently he had debts at the time or
Yeah.
something that required him to be in this because...
His level of I don't give a fuck in this movie is hilarious.
oh, it's high, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's very unlike his a good instance of what the fuck is Ozzie Davis doing here would be Bubba Hotep.
Sure.
Yes.
Yep.
But he's great in that movie.
He's fantastic. He knows what kind of movie he's making. He's having a good time.
But if you look at like who made Bubba Hotep,
Right.
You know, it was the guy who did Phantasm.
Don Coscarelli.
Yeah, so
And
like
everything he does is great.
yeah, it has stuff behind
Except
it.
for maybe
That it's like,
Phantasm Ravager, but I don't think he did that one.
oh, the new Phantasm?
He didn't direct
yeah,
that
he
one.
did, I think.
No.
I think he was involved with
he
it.
wrote the story, but he's not
Oh,
the director.
okay, yeah. I did see he was involved. I was like, oh, sorry, dude. I think we saw him at. Did we see him at Son of Monster Blues? Or was he
Ossie
not there?
Davis?
No.
Don Coscarelli.
No, we did not see Ossie
Oh no,
Davis.
I'm sorry. We saw the guy who wrote Child's Play.
You know, I was once
Don Mancini.
Yeah.
I was once outside the Egyptian theater, standing in line for a film and listening to a guy angrily go on this long monologue about how no one understands Phantasm Ravager and how it's a brilliant film and no one's giving it a fair chance.
Yeah. Well, somebody's a fan. Was it Don?
Maybe it was.
He's like, look, we got to do street marketing, all right? I got to go on corners and yell.
I think even Don at this point is like, what are you going to do, right?
Yeah.
And moving on to the next one.
So Ossie Davis, though, so listeners, in case you're unfamiliar with him, he's in Bubba Hotep as John Kennedy, I believe.
Yep.
JFK. And then he was also, but at the time, he has over 100 roles. He's a longtime character actor. You've seen him in a ton of stuff, including 1989, he's in Do the Right Thing as Dumb Air. 1993, he was in Grumpy Old Men. 1994, he's in The Client. You know, these are real movies.
Oh, yeah, he's a legit thespian.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
he was
this
in
guy
this.
is this is a guy who hung out with Malcolm X in the 60s. He is a civil rights icon as an actor, and he is in Avenging Angel, and
Yeah.
it breaks my heart.
Like, dude, if you wanted lunch, I'd have bought you lunch.
Yeah.
You didn't
he
have to
owed
do
somebody
this.
a favor.
Yeah, it must have been. But he passed away in 2005, but he'll be fondly remembered for everything except this movie. Go check out Bubba Hotep. Robert F. Lyons, who plays Lieutenant Andrews, not the same guy from the first movie. No. Just some guy that shows up in this movie, although he has 105 credits.
And he's in Death Wish 2, although I could not...
I was just going to say that, Tanner.
Sorry to step on it, but I
Ryan
can't
and
remember
All-Star.
who he is.
He
in Death Wish
plays
2.
he plays Kersey's cleaning lady.
Oh, okay.
He was Fred McKenzie in Death
Fred
Wish 2.
McKenzie.
Oh, I loved Fred
classic
McKenzie. Who was
character
that?
part.
I was actually thinking he was the other cop. I was
Okay.
thinking, like, because there's the one, the quote, inspector that
Yeah.
has the other cop with him. I think that was him.
Okay.
Ah.
He was also in 1988's Platoon Leader with Michael Dudikoff, which is a movie that exists.
Kind of surprised Michael Dudikoff hasn't appeared on the Grindbin yet.
Oh, he will eventually.
Hey, he's a coming.
And Robert F. Lyons was in basically every TV show ever. He's been in everything at least once, you know. If you needed a guy to, like, say a few lines and then get shot by Nash Bridges, he's your guy. Richard DeHaven, who plays Terry. Guys, I only wrote him down because, Grindbin
What?
All-Star. He's in this movie for 1 minute. He plays her boyfriend, in the
Oh,
very
right.
beginning of the movie. Do you remember who this man is?
No.
This book ain't got no real poetry.
Really?
Yes, that guy is in this movie.
Featured in our own theme song.
Yes, he has like 2 lines in this movie. I think she says like, "I'll see you later." He goes, "See you later," and then that's it. You never see him again.
That's a wrap on the boyfriend.
And I mean, really, who cares? He's barely in anything. He only has 4 credits. 1986, Night of the Creeps.
Great movie.
Yep.
He was in that. He was in Savage Streets. He's in this, and then 2004, something called Jesus the Driver. That was
Huh.
it. So
He played the driver.
maybe, yeah, he played Jesus, the titular Jesus.
No, the
So-
driver.
Oh.
Jesus was an entirely different character in that movie.
Wait, you've seen that movie?
Not at all.
No, it's
not even a
it's
little.
Jesus, the driver.
Oh,
It's Jesus exclamation point. the
there's
driver.
no. It's just Jesus the Driver.
Now I'm imagining
Jesus
like
the driver.
Now I'm imagining a version of Baby Driver where it's Jesus Christ
yeah,
with his
that
earbuds
could be
in.
funny. Yeah, and he's always wearing gloves. They're like, I wonder why he wears gloves. And then somebody sees he's got holes in his hands. They're like,
Ooh,
oh,
I like it.
what's up with that?
Wait, you're not done with the cast yet, right?
Go ahead, Tanner.
Okay, we got as Johnny Glitter,
Oh, what,
Barry
do we really?
Pearl. Yeah, he's one of the T-Birds in the original Grease.
Wow.
He's the one who's dating Frenchie and calls her a beautiful blonde pineapple.
Really?
Yep, that stood out to me.
Well,
so
he's in
I
this.
wanted to make sure to mention it as
As-
Johnny Glitter.
As the most annoying character who didn't need to be introduced in this movie.
Nope.
No.
I don't
God
understand why this
damn it.
character is not Yo-Yo, or why this plot isn't a different plot.
You know, funny thing, he just replaces Yo-Yo halfway through the movie.
Exactly.
We
Yo-Yo
just forget-
disappears halfway through.
Because it's almost like the director himself also was like, man, fuck this guy. Why is he back? And
What am I even doing?
Yeah, replace him with Johnny Glitter. In fact, Johnny Glitter just starts driving his car at one point. They're like, you know what? Fuck Yo-Yo. So, guys, that's it. That's all I got for the cast in the background.
All right.
So we're going to get into it now. It's just,
wait. You hear that?
don't answer the phone. Let's just...
But the phone's ringing. I gotta answer it.
Tanner, can
don't
you get
just,
that?
okay, so anyways, the movie starts.
Hello?
Oh, God damn it. He really...
Hello?
Oh, Joe. I should not have answered the
Who
phone.
is that? Who answered the phone?
This is Michael Tanner.
Mr. C.
Yeah.
Have you met Tanner yet?
Who?
Tanner has shown up on the show ever since Hughes died.
We've met a few times.
I don't give a shit. Anyways, what? I heard today you guys are doing Avenging Angel. the
Absolutely
second
right,
movie
Mr. C.
In the Avenging Angel, in the Angel trilogy, which there are 4 of, and I'm here to read off the IMDb credits for everybody.
Oh, yeah. By the way, Mr. Crown, so we got some notes.
No?
Yeah, we got notes from the Patreon, and actually they don't like you. They don't like it when you read off the IMDb credits, so we're actually not having you do that ever again.
To be clear, Mr. C, we're not saying we don't like when you do that. We always enjoy your contributions to the show, Mr. C.
Yeah, they apparently like it when you do bits.
You know what I do? I gotta say one thing. Fuck you, Trippet, fuck you,
What?
Wood, and whoever this Tanner character is, fuck you too. I gotta say this show has really gone down the hill. It's for millennials only. Fuck off.
I guess that's it.
Is he?
I'm gonna just put the receiver down, and we'll call that good.
So we get into the movie. Wow.
Huh. I did not
welcome.
expect Mr. C to show up on this one.
Yeah, you know, he's okay in doses.
Very
You just
small.
kind of, you have him, and then he's gone, and we never have to hear him again. Well, that's how we like it. Wonder if he had any insights about the making of Avenging Angel. We'll never know.
It's probably for the best, Mike.
So the new Angel we see. as
The new and
she's-
improved.
Yeah, is she?
No.
So here's the thing. We're making a sequel to Angel. We're making it just a few years after.
Literally 1 year after.
Yeah, and this movie's supposed to take place 5 years later.
Yes.
Not
okay.
unlike Escape from the Bronx being a decade after the first story.
Yes, very true. But apparently, Donna Wilkes has transformed into Betsy Russell, who looks nothing like Donna Wilkes.
Happens. It is supposed to be the same girl, though.
It's
yes?
the same girl.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, it's definitely
It is
the same
Molly.
girl.
Yeah.
I thought as much, but I wasn't sure.
No, it's Angel.
'Kay.
And apparently now she's a track star.
Hey.
Because the beginning of this is just like da 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 da, and she's running, you know, in slow motion, and she wins a race.
Yeah.
We'll never come back to
No,
this.
she never
or
has to
this.
run. You'd think the only reason to do this scene would be
Because
to
there's a
establish-
payoff later?
There's a payoff?
No.
No, she's running.
Yeah, they're
Sweet
like, we
ass
need a
headband,
sport
though.
for her to do. What'd she do that's cheap that we can film quickly? Running.
Yeah, this thing opens like it's going to turn into an Olivia Newton-John video.
Yeah, you know what's really weird is the first shot of the movie is a freeze frame of the back of Betsy Russell, and then it goes and turns around. It's almost like, is the movie broke? Oh no, the DVD is fine. It didn't skip, right? Because I was like, what the fuck? Who starts on a freeze frame? Anyways,
It's very
she wins a
avant-garde.
race. And that's when Grindbin All-Star, what's his name from Savage Streets, just goes, hey, I'll see you later. My girlfriend, Angel, she won a race or something. Hey.
Hey, thanks for having me, you guys.
Yeah.
Have a good movie, everybody.
Really enjoyed being this.
I'm going to take a sandwich from the lunch truck. Is that okay?
I mean, I am on this movie, right? I get.
Yeah, I'm on my way to Night of the Creeps. So
You know
see
what?
you later.
Good call.
Yeah, and then the lieutenant shows up. Oh my God, the lieutenant from the first movie, who looks again nothing like the lieutenant from the first movie, Lieutenant Andrews, who played a major part in the first Angel. And we learned he's one of the worst cops ever because he just constantly lets criminals go free and doesn't catch cops.
Has there been another instance of this happening where a sequel to a successful film comes out and the entirety of the main cast has been recast?
I'm sure there has.
yeah.
Right?
But it's so weird because
Not just one person, but like
Yeah.
all of the major players
Yeah.
have been recast.
We've got the supporting players come back, which is interesting.
It's the only thing that makes it even feel like a sequel.
So here's the thing: you couldn't get Donna Wilkes.
Yeah,
I mean, she's not doing anything. She was in Jaws 2 or something, but she's not doing anything.
I think it was just she didn't want to do it again.
Is it that, or were they like, we're gonna improve her with Betsy Russell, the tomboy herself?
I like Betsy Russell a little bit more than Donna Wilkes.
It's like when Ronnie Yu didn't want Kane Hodder.
Really?
Well, yeah, he wanted somebody other than Kane Hodder to play Jason to fight Freddy. He's like, I need a bigger guy with more emotive eyes.
Well, they eventually replaced him anyways, so didn't they?
Well, I mean, they rebooted after that.
Yeah.
So you can't bring back the old guy for the reboot. It doesn't work that way.
Yeah, that's true. They couldn't bring back Bronson's corpse for the new Death Wish reboot.
I thought that's what they did. I mean, he would have put in the same
know what
performance
would've
as
been-
Bruce Willis.
It would have been really funny if Bruce Willis was playing Paul Kersey still.
It was just a sequel?
Yeah, it's a sequel and not a remake.
I would love to see Bruce Willis with the hair and the mustache.
And he's like
Just
totally
trying to be-
geriatric.
Trying to be 85-year-old Paul Kersey.
I would like it if they just didn't explain why he hadn't aged.
Yeah.
Like he was still, like they referred to him being like 85 years old, but it's still like 60-year-old Bruce Willis, who's still more jacked
It's
than
like Death
anyone
Wish
here.
with magic.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's like a
Ooh.
kind of a secret thing where they're like, actually, this movie takes place in 1980 something, you know?
Oh, right.
Like, oh, okay. I
Like
get
how
it.
the Harry Potter movies actually take place in the 90s.
Really?
Yeah.
Does it matter?
No,
No, because there's magic.
because we're away in a magical land.
Why would they have to, like, what's the big, why would it have to take place in the 90s?
Oh, because that's when the book started.
Oh, okay.
So like,
So to follow the timeline from when the first
Yeah.
book happened,
because even though it took a couple years between books, like it was just the next year.
Yeah.
So I think the final book takes place in like 1997 or 98.
It's always weird when you see one of those movies and it's like, it takes place in the 80s for no reason other than we like the 80s.
And also,
There's a lot of those now.
Plot
Yeah.
is much easier.
Yeah.
especially in like the horror genre,
Yeah.
because like it's the only time where not everyone has a cell phone,
That is true, yeah. you
and
can get away
so
with
there's
it.
not as much peril when you can just pull out your phone,
Mm-hmm.
call a Lyft driver to pick you up and get you out of here.
So yeah, it's not the same Lieutenant Andrews. They're hanging out. And here's the thing, guys. So in the first movie, Lieutenant Andrews, and go back and listen to our Angel episode if you want to hear all about it, which Man was on. Couldn't get him for this one, though. He'll be back one day, I think.
Whatever happened to him?
Who knows? I think he's dead.
Oh no, we lost another one.
Yeah.
It's a curse.
So hopefully we don't have any...
Bobby's next.
Oh. Then it'll just be me and Tanner, right? Recording up in L.A.
Yeah. Living the life.
Yeah. Just two L.A. guys.
Yep.
Living that LA
LA
lifestyle.
life. It's like a sitcom.
I don't
Yeah.
care
Box
what
as
you
fuck.
say anymore.
Boys will
This
be
is
boys.
my life.
Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
It's not the only instance of Billy Joel suddenly appearing on this show. If you go
Like a
back
ghost.
like a year ago, Hughes suddenly started singing "Moving Out"
Oh, yeah, that's
shortly
right.
before he moved out of this show.
Yeah. Those are one of the jokes that he did that I just walked right over and you were like,
Didn't
you
worry
missed
about
this
it.
joke. I'm like, I didn't.
To be fair, though,
I
you
know
miss-
what I did.
You miss all of our jokes.
Well, I didn't miss Hughes's. They just...
I wouldn't say I missed them.
Yeah. Hey.
Zing.
So here's the thing. There was a real father-daughter type of relationship in the first movie. Is it's
Right.
like he's looking out for her. In this one, they're like, man, are we going to fuck or what? Because they are just tickling each other and everything. It's like, okay, this is a little weird.
Yeah, all right. I can see they were a little more touchy.
Okay, after
How many
the
times
track
are we going to
meet-
go down this road with
Yeah.
you, Mike?
After
Yeah,
the
you
track
are
meet-
oddly like
I
sensitive
didn't really
to that
pick up
kind of-
on that.
Okay.
We do this all the time. You're like, dude, it's kind of weird and incestuous. And we're like, is it?
I
Just-
think you probably didn't get hugged enough. as a
Just
kid.
watch the beginning, the very first few minutes. I watched it again today, and I was like, no, this is inappropriate because like he's like tickling her and everything. I'm like, no. That's not how you talk to a friend of yours. You don't go up and tickle a young girl.
But you do tickle your kids.
But it's not his daughter.
Right, but they have that dynamic.
Right.
Yeah,
I
but
think
he's
it's
like
to sell.
Okay, here's the
It's
thing.
meant to establish that they have a...
As a Gen Xer,
Yeah,
I'm
please.
gonna pull this card.
Old man Tanner, tell us
Old
the
man
tale.
Tanner's gonna tell. There is,
Under the learning tree.
It is a difference in the way parents also interact with their kids now. Parents used to be a lot more touchy
With
and
their 20-year-old
kids.
daughters?
Yeah, like it wouldn't be considered weird, but now it really is because we discuss things.
Because we millennials
It's
take
not
shit
really.
too personally.
It's not really
Yeah.
his daughter. So the thing is, like in the first movie, I said a father-daughter type of relationship, in that he's trying to help her get out of this life.
Exactly.
Now she has, and he's grabbing her waist and everything, and it's like, and then the next scene is they're hanging out at the beach at sunset. And
gotta
I'm like,
say, though,
what is going
For
on?
that framing, the ocean really backlights their mullets well.
Yeah,
It was beautiful.
both of theirs.
I felt like all the love songs of the 70s were going to scroll down the screen suddenly.
Yeah, I thought he was getting a little handsy.
KTEL Records.
It's like a Time Life
I
commercial.
totally understand how a millennial like
yeah.
yourself could view things
That's
that
true.
way.
You know,
It's just
millennials
you
only.
gotta look at it through the context of the time and audience.
Yeah.
Watching this in 1985, it would have just cemented their familial relationship rather than to be read as creepy.
So yeah, they go for a nice little
They go on a romantic
sunset beach walk as they talk about her life, and
She
she's like,
explains, I'm going to be a lawyer.
"Yeah, everything's great now."
Like suddenly you're a track star and you're going through law school.
Yeah, and also he's like, "So you didn't tell Terry about your past?" She's like, "No, he doesn't know I'm a hooker." And I was like, "Well, he will know when he gets the test results back eventually." The doctor's gonna be like, "Have you like been going around?" Or he's like, "What do you mean?"
There's a lot of stuff in your petri dish.
And he's like, "Well, it's more like what you don't have."
He's going to have to change
Terry.
his answers at the Red Cross.
He's like, "You can't donate anymore." No. We don't want that dirty blood.
Okay, hookers can get diseases. We get it. But in the magical land of Hollywood, this is all, this is only a few years before Pretty Woman.
Yeah.
Where,
Turns out all a hooker can get in Hollywood is a heart of gold.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
And it's contagious.
And gonorrhea.
And gonorrhea.
Yeah.
It's curable. They can only get things that are curable.
Yeah.
Because they're not getting AIDS. They're not
That's
getting
true.
Sif.
That's
No
true.
siree.
Yeah.
They're not getting...
Sif, yeah, I saw her in that Thor movie.
Yeah.
Lady Sif.
Oh, I thought...
Is that what the kids are calling it now? Sif?
Yeah, Sif.
Oh, okay.
Getting the Sif. Syphilis Diller.
So basically,
Grindbin All-Star appears in Invasion USA.
very true.
I'm sure Sif is also a Grindbin All-Star, the movies we've watched.
Basically, we learn that she's the new Angel. She's just a regular college girl who's just hanging out with her best friend that's a cop and being a lawyer.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Which is kind of interesting because now she'll be on the exact opposite end of her friend, because she's defending the guys
That
that she
should have
brings
been
in.
Defending Angel.
Yeah.
But Anders is a cop who doesn't arrest people, really.
Yeah, he's a
'Cause
terrible
he's
cop.
friend of all the street people.
And she
on
jokingly
Hollywood
refers to him
Boulevard.
as Andrews the philosopher cop.
Yeah. The philosopher who was like, "I'm thinking about filling out paperwork for this man we murdered at the end of the first movie. And I think not." And then they left. Perfect. Yeah. Remember, the end of the first Angel, they killed the Grindbin All-Star, from the dad from Mikey, right? When he was dressed like a Krishna, and left him to die in an alleyway without filling out any paperwork. They're like, "I think we're done here, right? Movie over." And then it just rolled credits.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Like many movies we've covered.
Maybe like this movie.
So we're in Hollywood Boulevard, I write, still the same as today.
Oh,
It's
I
still-
love this
still the
Hollywood
same.
Boulevard shit. I
Yeah.
love it.
Andrew's
So many montages.
he's patrolling
law.
the street. He watches a hooker pick up a John. He shakes his head. He's like,
Oh, prostitution.
just another day.
Tisk.
Another day, another dollar. Am I right, ladies?
crime, you rascal.
So then we have the trauma character Kabuki Man show up, or as he's referred to in this movie, Mr. Glitter,
Johnny Glitter. Get it right.
or Johnny Glitter, who's never wears this mask again, but he's wearing like a Kabuki mask, and then he just goes, "Ha!" and throws glitter in the air.
Johnny Kabuki Man, NYPD.
And you gotta realize, like, as a business owner, you're like, dude, get your fucking glitter out of here. Okay, you're
Gotta
throwing
spend
it
all
in front
night
of-
sweeping that shit up.
I know, every goddamn time the door's open, it's just flying right into the antique shop. He's like, "Hey, fuck you, glitter, get out of here."
I wish that in every scene, someone off camera was going, "Fuck you, glitter."
I mean, nobody likes this. Does anybody like glitter being thrown in your face? I don't think so.
No one.
Because he's like, "How about a smile?" And then he throws glitter in the air, and everybody's like, "What the fuck? Homeless glitter's on me." I mean, they're terrified of it. I don't know where that's been.
Store-bought
It's street
glitter is one thing. Street
Yeah.
glitter.
You know he sweeps that in his hand, Tanner, and just reuses it. He doesn't have money to buy new glitter.
This guy's like a Batman villain.
That glitter,
Johnny Glitter strikes again.
that glitter has more diseases than any.
Than Angel.
Yeah, that Angel. Yeah. Johnny Glitter, who is, man, I thought I hated Yo-Yo, but holy shit.
Yo-Yo's been one-upped.
Oh,
They brought in Johnny Glitter to make you appreciate Yo-Yo.
Yeah, they did.
I do have to say, Johnny Glitter is absolutely the kind of awful Hollywood Boulevard street performer that you just don't see every day in movies.
But you see in real life.
Yeah, it's real life.
If you don't think there's a fucking asshole outside of the Chinese theater throwing up glitter with a kabuki mask, you're wrong.
Yeah.
He's there.
Come to town, we'll give you a tour, we'll introduce you.
And you go, stay away from that street glitter.
Yeah.
Okay? There's diseases in that. Wash yourself. You got to go home and take a hot, like a scalding shower if you get hit by that shit. So anyways, some white guy's in a limo, right? They're riding around Chinatown. And then we cut to a woman showering. And then we cut back to the limo. And we're just wondering, okay.
It's pretty sweet music during this part, though.
It is. We played it in
some
the
nice
intro of the show.
synthesizer. Oh, yeah.
Naturally.
Yeah. Great song. It's the only good thing about this movie. And so then all of a sudden they bring out some big-ass guns. And we're like, oh, man, what's going to happen?
Massive guns.
Right? And then we find out that there's some lady who's an undercover... Yeah, so who's an undercover cop, right? And here's the thing, right? So we're going to set up like, yeah, there's this undercover cop. She's on the street. She's a hooker, right? And she's like trying to bring down this mob or something, right? Because it's mob or something, because really none of it goes anywhere. But here's the thing. She's undercover, right? And she's like living in somebody's house, like pretending she's a...
Those are her parents.
Is her parent?
Yeah.
Man, were we paying the cops that bad back then too?
Yeah.
Here's the thing though. She's got her uniform just sitting out.
Yes.
I'm like, you're really bad undercover.
Yeah.
Don't
Well,
fucking
she's
have
at
a
home.
uniform.
Like, where else is she going to put her uniform?
I like
Draped
that
it
her,
over the chair so the audience knows that she's the cop that's being referred
I like
to.
that her gun is attached to her uniform. Like the entirety of her police uniform is just one
It's a
big
onesie.
zip-up jumpsuit.
Yeah. Now here's the thing: the mob guys are coming over to kill her, and they will kill her, right? But before she gets killed, guys, we can't waste it. Got to see those boobs, right?
Got us first set of boobs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just like
Gotta get asses in the seats, Mike.
Exactly. A real hard than soft. He's like, no. Before she dies, we got to see the goods. It's in your contract. Come on.
So my wife briefly watched this one scene with me, with the mobsters.
This was the scene, huh?
This
And she
was
was
the
like,
scene.
okay, I'm done.
And that was exactly it. But then like Anders, or what's the cop's name? Is it Andrews or Anders? Andrews.
Who, this
it
cop?
sounds like
No,
Anders.
not the lady cop, the guy cop.
Oh.
No, the guy cop's Andrews.
I think we
Andrews,
know what
okay.
they refer to this lady as on set.
Yeah. So Andrews and the cops in the car. My wife is like, why does every guy in this movie have hair like Donald Trump? And then when
Yeah,
she
it's
said
true.
that, I could not unsee it.
You know, it's
so
the,
the
time
villain is
period,
just
and
Donald to me.
it's very telling though. Trump's still rocking a hairstyle from the 80s.
From the early 80s.
Because he's so out of touch with everything.
Well, when you bought it in
Just like he
1983,
thinks you need ID to buy
gotta-
groceries.
You don't have much of a choice, man. You bought it in 83. You got to keep going.
It
with
was
it.
top of the
to that
line when
Yeah.
you purchased it.
Exactly. And it's like, well, the comb over this style will never really go out of
It's an
out of style.
evergreen.
Yeah. It'll come back around eventually. Everything does, you know. So anyways, they break
Much like sexually
Nazism?
transmitted diseases or
Oh, wait.
Nazism.
Yeah.
It all comes back
All
around.
comes back around.
So then, yeah, basically they break into the apartment. They just kill everybody.
And
they shoot
I
her.
gotta say, Jesus fucking Christ, the squib work in this scene.
Yeah, it's like I said, hard than soft.
Yeah.
You're watching a lady take a shower, right? And then she gets out of the shower, and they fucking blow her up
And
with
then
like
she takes
assault
another shower.
shotguns. Yeah, a shower of lead.
Yep. Her dad gets it while reading his Chinese newspaper, and then the mom gets it in the hallway.
Because they're in Chinatown, so
They're
they
in
read
Chinatown.
Chinese. All I get is the fucking Times Chinese
Well,
around here.
the dad is Chinese and the mom is white, so he's reading his paper.
And just everyone's getting it.
Is
Like
it
if they had
really
a
her
bird,
parents?
that would
It's her
would have taken a
parents.
bullet.
Is that said in the movie?
You didn't see the cardboard cutout of her in the living room?
Oh yeah,
That's how you
That's
know.
why that was there.
Yeah.
I thought it was like, in case I'm God, put this by the window so people think I'm here. I'm undercover, as you know.
I'm home alone.
Rocking around the Christmas
Yeah.
tree. Put this Ted Danson in the
I
window.
thought it was. If it's not said, it's certainly implied that those are her parents.
Oh, I just thought it was like she was renting a room.
Oh no, I read this as this was her parent.
Oh, okay. I thought that was part of the ruse, and I was like, man, she's really bad undercover if she's bringing her uniform to her like undercover house. Anyways, yeah, they break in and they know that she's the right woman because they're like, oh, we see the uniform. We got it. Do you think she was actually just being a hooker with that uniform on underneath?
It was a client. A client requested it.
Yeah, and
He's
she's
like, I
like,
want you
oh,
to
you know
wear
what?
Fill out
that,
the cop
that
fantasy.
police uniform onesie.
Yeah, and he's like, man,
this
is
couple was doing a thing.
Oh.
Like, the police show up and she's gonna arrest us both unless we do this.
And they're like, man, that uniform's really authentic. You have like a real badge number and a gun and everything. She's like, oh yeah.
We spared no expense.
So yeah, they kill her, right? And then
But she gets a shot off. She wounds one of the gunmen.
yeah,
So she's not completely ineffective.
no, she
gets,
does fine.
She gets her moment.
And then Andrew shows up, right? And like, there's a big gunfight outside.
Oh, outside. All right. This is me nerding out about Los Angeles again.
Let's hear it.
This is Chinatown, LA. This is the street right in front of the famous Hop Louie Chinese restaurant, which is the neon light up pagoda, which you have seen in a billion movies that will have scenes in Chinatown. The restaurant is unfortunately closed. I was actually there on its last night of open business.
Wow.
That's why they closed.
Last supper at Hop Louie. Yeah, the food was not that good, but yeah. So I was like, oh man, this is awesome, because I'm a nerd for LA street scenes. So yeah,
So now we know why Tanner thinks this movie is just okay.
it's just okay. Anything is gonna automatically, anything on the street in Los Angeles in the 70s or 80s is automatically gonna bump it up for me.
It gets at least a star from
Yeah.
that.
So Andrews gets in a gunfight with him and gets shot. And
Gets
he's
shots
bleeding all
trying to
over.
help the stupidest bystander you can imagine. There's a guy who's just like literally standing out there, like, oh.
Yeah,
and
and
then he's
Andrews-
like, get down. And then he takes a bullet for this dumb guy.
And you know who else is there? Man, you're getting fucking glitter all in my wound. The last face on earth that Andrew sees, he's dying in the street, and then Johnny Glitter walks up to his face, and he's like, "You all right, pal?"
That's really the most tragic part of this story.
Yeah, and he goes, "Angel, Angel."
I ain't no angel, pal.
Yep. That's the last
Yeah.
thing he heard on this world
Yeah.
is, I ain't no angel, pal.
Trust me, Bobby, that's the last thing a lot of people have heard. Is Johnny Glitter standing over them saying that.
I'm sorry you got hurt. And then Johnny Glitter rabbits out of there.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
throws a puff of glitter and disappears.
The puff of smoke and glitter and bubbles. Johnny Glitter disappears.
Oh, he really is like a Batman villain, like the worst Batman villain.
Absolutely.
You know?
Like one of those late season ones that wasn't from the comics
You come to find out he was the one who shot Wayne's parents because they just like
with a glitter gun.
all of a sudden he goes, "Oh no, the glitter!" Like in one of his many flashbacks, one of his millions of flashbacks.
Bruce Wayne
to that
starts
night.
shutting down emotionally because he saw glitter. Was that the movie they saw?
Yeah. So then we go to a mock trial, and Angel's like being a lawyer. Oh yeah, wait, hold on. Her boyfriend's like, "Hey, I'm in one more scene."
Yeah.
Huh? And he goes, "Look at me, I'm also trying to be a lawyer."
I'm sitting at a table.
Yeah, and he's got a sign that says bullshit.
Yeah, he's just not taking mock trial seriously.
Yeah. And Angel gets past a note, and then all of a sudden she breaks down crying, and somebody's like, "There's no crying in law school. Get on out of here." And she goes out, and that's it. I don't think we'll ever see her be a lawyer again.
That's all it took.
Yeah.
Yep.
She's like, "This isn't for me." Then she goes, so we go to the mob guy, and he's like walking around a car wash.
Yeah, it's a secret meeting at the Arco car wash.
Guys, to me, it looks strangely like a car wash we've seen before.
I think we know where that's gonna go later.
Yeah. And so then he gets in a limo and they do like a deal inside the wash, like in the car wash. They're doing a deal. And so this other character we set up is like the son of a mob guy,
Yeah.
right?
This is the freaky Miles, I think is the character's name.
Yeah, he's just like the son of some bigwig mob guy. What's the plan? Is like at one point he says something about how their plan is to buy Hollywood Boulevard to turn it into Times Square.
Yeah.
So they want to make it like a Disneyland, you know, like how Times Square turned into just a happy place where you can bring your family instead of get a hooker. They apparently want to do that for Hollywood Boulevard. By what? Killing hookers?
That's
Is
pretty
that
much
how
all you
we're
need to
gonna-
do. Isn't that what Giuliani did in New York?
Just Giuliani rolled around in a limo and just said, "Bring that one in," and then they killed her. And,
think so. I'm
yeah,
pretty
just
sure that's
cleaned
what
the
happened.
streets.
Allegedly, that's what happened.
Allegedly.
No, it's a pretty simple real estate scheme that they're running, but because they're the mob, they got to kill anyone who refuses.
You gotta be careful with these real estate schemes. It's gonna
Yeah.
draw the attention of Superman.
Yeah. It is like low level.
But in
Lex
this case,
Luthor.
it's gonna be that Superman on Hollywood Boulevard.
Oh, he got his teeth knocked out.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
So the crime won't be solved, you know. Anyways, it's a lost cause. Just leave Hollywood Boulevard how it is. Move over a couple streets, you know. That's what I always say.
Yeah.
Just maybe go to Sunset and try
Sunset's
it.
decent, up a
Just
couple
leave leave Hollywood Boulevard as a pit, okay? It's never going to get better.
You need somewhere to put all the scum and villainy.
Exactly. Hollywood Boulevard. It's perfect.
Where the Scum and Villainy bar is right now in Los
Exactly.
Angeles.
Oh. Well, yeah, basically they do this deal and they're like, hey, we're bad guys, right? And they're like, yeah. And there's some guy that works inside the police station for us. And they're like, yep, that sounds good. Okay. And so now Angel goes to a cemetery and puts a flower on Andrew's grave. And here's the thing I'm noticing. He couldn't make it to the funeral?
Nope.
Like, Jesus, Angel.
He didn't have anyone to go to his funeral. That's why he's so weird with Angel. She's the only
Literally all
person
he had
in
in
his
his
life.
Yeah. And even she won't show up. Must have been a... You think the priest was just standing there and he's like, do I still have to do it if nobody's showing up?
No,
or?
he had the old Mo Sislak sign on his back that said no funeral.
Or Johnny Glitter told him. He's like, yeah, he said something about not doing a funeral, but he wanted glitter in the coffin.
Poof.
So yeah, she puts a flower on the grave, and then she says, she like looks up at his gravestone and she goes, I know how much you hate speeches. I'm like, was that established in any movie or something? But I'll get those bastards, so help me God.
With God as my witness, I'll never go hungry again.
I said, well, that wasn't much of a speech. It was more of a statement.
Well, because she knows he hates speeches.
Yeah.
So she's going to
Yeah.
keep this
Keeping it
thing
real.
short.
That's true. So then Angel goes back to the boulevard. She shakes her head.
She
you
should have
know?
just looked to the sky and yelled, "Con."
She shakes her head. The place has really gone downhill.
Yeah, my old hooking route just ain't what it used to be.
Yeah. It still looks exactly the same, but she's like, oh, man, this town's gotten even
Look
worse.
at this boarded up building. Look at this empty lot.
Yeah.
How has it changed?
There's still that store selling bear traps.
It's like, Jesus Christ, there's hookers everywhere.
There's that gas station, all the stuffed animals in front.
Yeah. And then here's when I write, fuck this. I thought never again in my life would I have to see the character of Yo-Yo in a movie. But no, here he is with his fucking dirty hands and dirty tops.
I think we're all in agreement, though. That's about the point in this movie. Like, so far, we're like, okay, we're seeing where this is going. And then Yo-Yo walks in, and I'll go, God damn it.
I'm still fine. I'll tell you the exact moment
Okay.
where
You have a moment?
where it shifted. Yeah.
So
Because
this
Mike and I are on the same page
little
here.
tramp
Yo-Yo walks in.
son of a bitch is still doing his same fucking act where he's like, look at me, I'm dressed like Charlie Chaplin. And
Established
I
that this is now
Yo-Yo.
4 years later. What
He's-
a horrible life for
He's
this guy.
called Yo-Yo, but he uses tops. What
Well,
the
no,
fuck?
he does some
man?
yo-yo
Yo-yo
tricks in
thing?
this movie.
Yeah.
And
in
they're
this movie.
the most basic, simple, like
Yeah.
shit you learn in grade school, and everyone's really impressed.
Yeah, he's
They're
like-
"Can you walk the dog?
He goes, no, but I'm getting close. I'm getting close.
Can you shoot the moon? How
No.
about yourself? Can you do that?"
I'm still trying to learn how to get the yo-yo to sleep, like how it goes down,
It stays
and
there.
then you can bring it up. All I can figure out is how to make it go down.
Hard and soft.
I don't know. Maybe it's a new yo-yo I need or something. I heard they got some good ones, but no.
He needs a yo-yo.
How about a
ball.
top? And everybody's like, okay, fine. Why are you dressed like Charlie Chaplin? Okay.
What does this
So
have
she-
to do with yo-yos?
Yeah, fuck him. So she comes up and she's like,
Chaplin.
hi.
I thought I was Hitler.
Yeah, he's like,
I gotta
oh
take
no,
this costume back.
you got this all wrong.
It all comes back.
So then Angel comes to say hi.
I like that he does not recognize her, which I thought was maybe a meta joke.
Well,
that it
'cause
was
he-
a different actress.
Yeah, he's like, are you Angel? This is
no,
Angel?
no, I knew Angel.
You don't look like the girl from Jaws 2.
What's this about?
You look like the girl from Tomboy. She's like, that's me, the new Angel. And he's like, oh, okay. And that's when I realized he's a fucking character in this movie. He has more than one line. In the original movie, he had like 2 lines. I'm like, no,
And
no,
like, oh
no,
God,
no,
We're
no.
gonna have to stay with him now.
Yeah, it's like, wait, why are we staying on his face? Why does
Do
he have a
you
close-up?
think that the supporting cast got their roles beefed up because the 2 leads didn't come back?
Okay.
Like originally,
Like, we need
they
to
were
sell
gonna
this
be
on-
little cameos,
Yeah.
little bits, but then they're like, well, fuck, we didn't get the 2 stars of the last movie. We need something to
He's
really.
like, oh, remember this guy? He was in the
So
first one.
maybe they
And
gave
this
some
lady
scenes.
was in the first one.
Maybe like Kit Carson took over some of the scenes that,
Yeah.
and they killed him off at the beginning, the cop, because
I-
it wasn't going to be the same with a different actor.
I have no idea why these characters have bigger roles. Again, this was written by the man who wrote Vice Squad and the original Angel.
This needed Ramrod. That's what it
He was
needed.
like, you know what?
Well, I think Ramrod cameos in this movie.
oh,
Yeah.
interesting. He's like, you know what Angel needs? Comedy.
Haha.
We're not quite there yet.
Okay.
We're not quite there yet, but
Oh.
we're getting there.
Oh, we'll get there.
Yeah.
Holy fuck, will we get there? And we have a man dressed like Charlie Chaplin, so it all works, right? So here's the thing. Well, I wrote, didn't they arrest him for killing that hooker in the first movie? Because they did find blood all over his hands, and he went into that hotel room and got the top out of there. I mean, he should be getting the chair,
Yeah.
right? But no, he
Andrews
got off.
There
fixed it
should have
for
been
him.
an LD50 between movies.
Well, it was Andrews, so he got off on a technicality. because nobody filled out any paperwork or anything, and they're like, Andrews.
Oh, you've done it again, Andrews.
Miranda writes, sure, Manda writes.
That's the lady with the fruit on her head, right?
So that's when they look at the new Angel. The new Angel she's like, man, this place has got really bad. I mean, look at this 15-year-old girl who's a hooker. And he's like, yeah, she like came here from out of town or something, and now she's a hooker. She's like the real star of the block. She's like you. And she's
She
like,
reminds me a lot of you.
yeah, it's so sad. And then he's like, you want to go see Solly, your good friend Solly that you used to rent a room from? She's like, well, sure, let's add another character from the first movie in this. And then we go off with Yo-Yo. Well, we do watch the new Angel ride on a man's back.
Yeah, who is that man dressed as a cowboy?
I don't know.
That's Ramrod.
Oh, interesting. So he's like trying to. Oh, I like.
And
this
later
there.
on, we see it doesn't have the Ramrod logo on the back, but we see like a
We do. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Trailblazer or whatever that.
Think
truck
that
is.
says
I
like,
like this.
You know, do you think that's like his Sam Raimi type thing, where
Yes.
Raimi always has
That
the
car's always
the
gonna
car?
appear in one of his movies.
Yeah. So then Yo-Yo and Angel visit Solly, who apparently doesn't own a apartment complex anymore. She does like metal art.
Yeah, she's an artist.
So that's what
I
we're
think she
doing
owns
now.
that warehouse and rents that. I do have to say, like, her style, Solly's style in this movie is top notch. She is very modern.
Yeah.
like-
So here's the thing.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
in the
like-
first movie, she's
I'd go to
making
her
Not
installation.
quite manic pixie girl style, but that kind of like she's an alt hipster.
Yeah, but she's like 50.
Yes.
Yeah. And so in the first movie, she was known for making paintings of like still life paintings of fruit bowls with guns in them. Now she just makes giant metal sculptures that like go in front of a, I don't know,
Fireplace
like,
in a
yeah,
rich
some sort of
person's
park in
house.
Laguna Beach that somebody's like, I guess I need an art.
You know,
And
people pay a lot of
place it
money for
there.
that.
Yeah, one art, please. And so now she apparently has a baby.
I did crack up.
And
at
I'm like,
this.
what in the fuck? So she has a crib with a baby in it, and she says something about, I think Angel's all, why do you have a baby? She's all, oh, somebody couldn't pay their rent,
A
so
tenant
she.
owed her 7 months of back rent,
So
so they paid with a baby.
I was like, no. You got ripped off. That means you paid.
This is problems on top of problems.
Yeah, and so she's
like,
like,
we can't pay rent, and we also don't want this child anymore. Goodbye.
Yeah, and she says like, I'm looking for a home for him or something.
Yeah.
There, you think the original
She
script
says
was
she
a dog?
doesn't like it, but she really likes having that baby.
Okay, here's the
Also,
thing.
isn't it crazy? The mom of that baby, who was a prostitute, it was murdered, and they found her body like in a dumpster a few weeks ago.
Which I believe was 3 Men and a Baby's plot, right?
Yeah.
It's been a while since I watched it.
When Tom
No.
Selleck comes back, he goes, "Oh, I found a lady dead. I had nothing to
They're
do
like,
with it, but apparently
Oh
she had
man,
a kid."
I found a dead hooker in our living room, guys, and she had a baby.
Whoops. Guess we're gonna have to take care of it now. You down, Goot?
And old Goot was like, "How many times are we gonna have to do this?"
So now, like Bobby says, the problem is she's treating it like a dog. It's like, yeah, I just got this baby for a bit. I'll find it a new home. It's like, no. You should call the state. Like, if you need to place that in a foster care, we should be
But
doing
that's
that.
what
on an
Yo-Yo
official
suggests
basis.
that, and and she says, "You pick up a phone, I'm going to break off your dick."
And I'm like, please do it. Please just do it
Break off
anyways.
Yo-Yo's dick.
Pick up that phone.
Although I imagine somebody did that to Yo-Yo a long time ago. You know. So,
And that person was Charlie Chaplin.
yeah, I'm still very upset about this because I just go, why the fuck is Yo-Yo a main character? Why? That's
We're
what
all
I just
upset
keep
about this,
writing.
Mike.
So then Yo-Yo and
Blame
Angel
Chuck.
go to a mental hospital.
Oh, because Angel thinks for some reason the crazy old cowboy will be able to give them information about who killed.
And why
Andrews.
wouldn't he know?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't he? Because no one knows the street better than Kit Carson.
Because one good update as we come in 4 years later is that Kit Carson's been rightfully institutionalized.
Yeah, so in the original movie of Angel, there is a mentally deranged cowboy who's an old man who goes around with loaded guns and giving them to children on the streets and going like, yeah, spin that gun. Just don't click that. Don't click the trigger, you know. It might be loaded. He's walking around with live ammunition on Hollywood Boulevard, and at one point somebody says, your family wants you to be institutionalized because you're fucking crazy. And Angel and her friends are like, fuck off. You don't know. He's good. No, he was crazy. So they locked him in a mental hospital, right? Rightfully so. They go and break him out.
At the 25-minute mark,
Yeah.
the music becomes like weird
It's
kind
like-
of comedy
It's
music.
big
Three
band
Stooges
music.
And
now.
it becomes a slapstick comedy.
This turns into Up Your Alley.
This is the
Yeah,
this
it
is
really
the
is.
turn where it was like,
This is-
all right, this is okay.
We're
And
still
now it's
setting the table
fucking
for a
weird,
movie
yeah.
that's like Angel.
Okay,
Yes.
they pull up in a okay, here's the thing. They're doing an undercover mission, and Yo-Yo doesn't even fucking wear a disguise. He's still dressed like the little tramp, driving an old-timey hearse or something. And
Sure.
they're like, we're here to pick up a patient. And the security guard's like, the fuck? Because
He might as well have rolled up as a beaver in an orderly
Okay.
costume.
What this security guard sees is a guy dressed like the little tramp and a woman in a stripper nurse outfit. Okay, because Angel's not wearing an actual nurse outfit. She's wearing a nurse outfit from Candy Stripe Nurses.
Yeah.
It's like a little teeny skirt and the hat and everything. That's the only one they could find on Hollywood Boulevard at midnight.
To be
you
fair,
know?
that's accurate.
Yeah. And so they pull up and he's like, I think this seems fine. And he lets him in.
Yeah, see, another one of those nights.
Yep. And then we just hear the, as they go
You
around.
go this way, I'll go that way.
Yeah, so Solly's also there dressed as like a fucking flapper.
And she's like, well, I can't find the old fart.
Yeah, and they're like, oh, well, you go down this way, I'll go down this way, Angel. And they're walking around a fucking mental institution while this goofy
With
music's
their
playing.
vaudeville music playing.
At the same time, you're seeing Bronson walk out, and the alarm going off because he just fucking offed the dude with the,
You got 3 minutes.
yeah. That's what they say to Angel too. You got 3 minutes, we'll let you out. This guy's he's been doing it all night. He's like
Just this one orderly work in Los Angeles.
So Angel goes in, and luckily they got his loaded guns just sitting right in the room, I guess, And he's like, "Oh, thank God for breaking me out of this home where I felt like a normal man for once."
Did we skip the fact that there's a bogey cameo?
Oh, we're almost there.
Okay.
During the escape.
So here's the thing: is like they go to break him out. He's living in a very nice apartment that's better than anything he lived in the first movie. Like, it actually looks like they're taking care of
Things
him
are
here.
looking up.
Like, this isn't
He's
a
being
prison.
rightfully cared for.
This is not like the mental institution in Terminator 2. It's not like
No one's licking his face.
Exactly. He has like a full apartment with like books and a piano and everything. He's like living the life.
They should be breaking in just to live with him.
Yeah. Angel.
He's got a better life than they do.
Oh, this is
Way
pretty
better
nice.
than Yo-Yo, at least, right?
Yeah.
You think
Yo-Yo's
Yo-Yo
been
be
trying to
like-
get in there for a while.
Yeah,
They won't
Yo-Yo's
take
like,
him.
I'm crazy too.
I think I'm Charlie Chaplin.
No, this guy checks out.
No, then they do send him to the one where they lick you in the face.
Oh,
That's
right,
the
right.
thing.
Oh, that's why he disappears from this movie halfway through.
He's off getting his face licked.
They take him to with the big
That's
net.
about 200-300, right?
Could you
Around the
imagine
world?
some paddy wagon pulling up on Hollywood Boulevard and taking Kit Carson away with a big net? And everybody just going like, I think it's part of the show. If not, I don't care.
Oh, he's added something to the act.
Yeah. So anyways, they pick him up, right? It's all goofy. And I'm just writing, what is going on? This is an Angel.
Yeah, this is now a weird. This is like Disorderlies.
Oh, man.
The fucking fat boys
I
show
wish the
up.
fat boys showed up.
Angel's like, have you
this
seen
movie
my
is
friend?
only like a year before that, right? Like Disorderlies is like 86, 87.
What a gem, though.
Yeah.
God damn. I mean, and
Commandant
even
Lassard from the Police Academy movies.
I do want a Disorderlies poster in my house because I do love that poster where one of them's on the wheelchair. Like,
Yeah.
whoa, it's great.
Oh, I miss the fat boys.
We all do. So
Rest in peace.
yeah, maybe.
However many of them are gone.
At least two of them,
At
right?
least
I think
two.
they're
At
all
least
dead.
two of them.
Are they all gone?
I think one of them became Biz Marquee, but I'm not sure.
Oh, wait. Bismarck, he wasn't one of the fat boys. He was just a friend.
Ah, you say he's just a
Hey,
friend.
oh shit!
Good night, everybody.
I saw that shopping cart roll by.
Well, I thought we were in an Up Your Alley movie, so I figured I'd react
If
accordingly.
fucking Murray Langston showed up, I wouldn't be surprised to be playing the same character. Him and Sonny just.
It
being
wouldn't
like,
have made this
"Oh."
any better or worse.
Nope. You're right. It would have just been the same.
You're like, yeah, might as well.
So yeah, that's it. They break him out. Bobby
There's
starts
a
a van.
cameo by Seinfeld's mom as the head nurse.
I was gonna write that. Yes,
Yep.
that is true.
I could not. I saw her and I was like, that's not the mom from The Sopranos. But who is that? Why do I know that actress? Why do I know her? And then I was like, oh, Seinfeld.
Yeah. So guys, the jig is up because apparently they came in not a hearse. It's a pet cemetery hearse.
Oh,
Womp womp. Security guard peels off the, I don't know, gaffing tape
Yeah.
that covers the pet part of the logo.
Yep.
Sound
that's
alarm.
a joke.
They've
in
got
this
3
movie.
minutes.
it's
That
a
it was
pet cemetery.
Pet cemetery.
She's been hooking on an old Indian burial ground.
Yeah. And the little kid with the top hat shows up. If that little kid with the top hat showed up and cut the Achilles of Yo-Yo, that would have been the best
You would have
part
stood
of
up and applauded.
I would have been like, thank God, get him out of here. Get him out. So anyways, yeah, they break him out. It all succeeds.
Great.
The movie continues.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, we get a comical escape sequence where they sound the alarm or something. It's like, whoa! And
they're running one way while the fat boys are running the other.
and they got him on a gurney and everything, and he sits up and he's like, oh, no. And it's just, what are we fucking watching?
Why, Chuck? Why?
I mean, well, that's... I imagine people that liked the first Angel went and saw this movie and were screaming, why? Why? Nobody thought of it as a comedy. Yeah, they're, why, Chuck? Why?
Damn it, Chuck.
I kind of, I think I should have probably talked about it before we got into the plot, but I have this kind of idea because you guys talked about it in the Return of Swamp Thing episode.
Yeah.
About how, like...
This needed put me in, coach?
No, yes, it should have had that. But how there's like no nudity in Return of Swamp Thing, but there's like this impression that there might be at any moment.
Yeah.
So it's this weird kind of transition between like an R-rated movie and a PG-13 movie. And in some ways, I think this also is kind of that weird transition point in movies where we're getting into they're not purely thinking about the in the theater. They're thinking about like on cable. So there is still nudity in this one, but it's not quite a hard exploitation movie.
Yeah, it's like nudity that can easily be cut.
Yes. And I think that's kind of this weird transition into like, oh no, we have to make it like a comedy and we have to lighten it up. Like it's the sequel that kind of softens things, which happens a lot.
This movie could have been rated PG-13 if it didn't have the boob in it.
Yep.
Easily.
Yeah. There's nothing at all in this movie except for a comical mental institution breakout.
Yeah.
So that happens.
Weird orgy later.
Then we get to two trans women talking about how to change a diaper.
Yep.
Because they don't know. Because, they used to be men or something, so they don't know how to change a diaper.
Men, am I right?
I was like, what is the joke? Okay. I guess this is somebody's laughing in the theater. But I can just imagine crickets because nobody paid to go see this and nobody was laughing.
Yeah. Nobody wanted to laugh.
I'm sure Chuck was laughing.
Then they're like,
I got beef with you, Chuck. You and I got heat, man.
Guys, you know what I really want to see, though, is all of our cast come back to Solly's place and take turns holding the baby. Because that's 5 minutes of this movie is, why didn't you hold the baby? And then they hand it to the cowboy. He's like, oh, look, it's like a little baby. And then it pisses on him.
No, and then he shoots
This
it.
little rattlesnake peed all over me.
The baby pisses on him, so he throws it up like a bottle in the air and shoots it like Mad Dog McCree.
But it also shatters into glass.
Yes.
Well, that wasn't a baby at all. What's going on here?
Man, I do belong in that there loony bin. He closes the door over it, goes back in. These guys were right. Them fat boys knew what they were talking
You've
about.
endangered everyone. You're all glass babies. I gotta shoot you all.
Glass babies everywhere.
That would have been great.
I'm covered in glass babies.
Man, that movie would have been so much better.
Oh,
if the rest of this movie was just Kit Carson having a legit freak out where he starts shooting people because he all thinks they're glass babies, that would have been a movie I'd watch, Tanner. Like, all of a sudden, the movie changes from them hunting down the mob to like
hunting Kit Carson before
because he's killing babies on Hollywood Boulevard. And then in the end, the mob wins.
Yeah,
because they get all the property. Yeah, they get all the property for cheap.
got
and
the
they're
crazy
like,
people
don't
out.
worry, everybody. We're going to make this town safe. We're getting rid of the angels and the yo-yos, the man dressed like Hitler who doesn't know how to do walk
and
the
the
dog.
Kit Carsons.
Yeah, and the Kit Carsons.
And the Ramrods.
Yeah, we're getting rid of them all. We're going to make it better, just like we did with Times Square.
Exactly.
Right? Do you think that's why they have that picture of Rudy Giuliani when he was dressed in drag that one time? Was he trying to be an angel?
He was. Well, I think he was catfishing Donald Trump.
He's picking up guys in Times Square. Oh, what do you want? $5. $5
around the world. No collusion. No collusion.
$5 around the world. He's got a yo-yo.
Wait till you see how I walk the dog.
So anyways, I just write, fuck this at this point in the movie.
All right.
It's like, I didn't sign up to watch A Baby's Day Out. Like, I don't want to watch it. I wanted to watch Angel.
Also, weird fact is that they make a point of saying that the baby is a boy,
Yeah.
but it was played by a little girl. But they also misidentify it as a girl in the first scene. So I'm just like, why does the baby have to be a boy? Just make it a girl.
I don't know. They're waiting for the gender reveal part.
I don't know. It's weird because they also like call the baby Little Buck.
Yeah.
I'm like, just who cares if it's a boy
Again,
or
they
girl?
treat this baby like it's some dog they found. Like they found a puppy and they're like, isn't it cute? It's a little pet of ours.
Well,
They don't-
to be
is
fair,
that a boy
I feel
or a
like
girl?
these people probably would look at a human baby as if it was a pet.
Probably. So, anyways, we cut to the next day. Guess what? More cowboy with the baby.
Just what we need.
Yeah. And I write, why in the fuck does this baby have like 10 minutes of screen time? Is this like the director's kid or something?
Actually, wasn't it?
You're gonna be a star, baby.
He's just like, I'll only make the movie if I can put my kid in it for 10 minutes of screen time.
her SAG card before she's even 1 year old.
Yeah, she actually is going to be the last shot of this movie, too. The whole movie hinges on this baby.
You know, it's funny. When I used to work at a video store, did about 5 years at Hollywood Video, and I had a regular customer who would often brag about the fact that her grandchild was the baby in Dragonfly,
Huh.
the Kevin Costner film.
Never. I have
Yeah.
no clue what that movie is.
Nah,
Were
I
you-
don't even
were you
remember. I
also
know there was
like-
a movie called Dragonfly. I couldn't tell you shit about it, but she was like, my kid's a star. That's my grandchild. She's a baby in Dragonfly.
And you were like, nobody's heard of that, ma'am. We don't have it here, nor will we ever have it.
Well, tell me when it's in.
Has anybody checked it out? Did you tell him it's my kid?
Do you want me to sign it?
Yeah. I'll get him in here. He'll sign it for you. You want it? Mr. Hello? Trip it?
Mr. Trippett?
As you just go in the back room, you're bap, bap, boot.
That's right. I was like, I have a season of The Shield to finish.
You fucking pulled a Mackie on her. All right, so Angel comes in dressed like a hooker.
What?
She does. She comes in dressed
She
like
comes
a hooker.
dressed literally like one of the Bengals. Like, she does not look like a prostitute. She just looks like a girl dressed for the summer.
But the thing is, like, she's supposed to be dressed
Supposed
like
to be
her old
dressed like a
outfit,
hooker.
and everybody turns to her like she's going to the prom. They're like, "Whoa!" And it's like,
Angel's back, baby!
yeah, it's like, oh my god, it's just like you never left. But here's the thing, guys, that perm. I was like, I think this rivals Linda. I think Betsy's perm would fucking give Linda's perm a run for its money.
Oh, yeah,
And
because
how
it looks
dare
like
you.
a nice perm. It's a real nice perm.
You know, Savage Street's Linda is right around the corner.
I know, but man, she couldn't get as high up as Betsy. This thing was rocking. Like Tanner said, looked like one of the Bengals.
Yeah, well.
So basically, she's
Just
going to go
another
back on the
manic
streets.
Monday.
She's like, look, it's a real manic Monday. I'm going to go on the streets, okay? I'm going to be a hooker and catch the person that's killing the hookers.
It's a good plan.
Wait, is somebody killing hookers in this movie, or are they just killing undercover cops?
She's going to find out more information on the street.
Yeah. So I'm going to just go back to my old life and not be lawyer Angel. I'm going to be hooker Angel. And
Because you
they're
can
like,
get
okay.
more information on the street pretending to be a hooker.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a flawed premise.
So this is what we're doing. Why is she?
Just gonna keep asking Johns if they know anything about a cop killer.
Yeah, because that's going to work.
A cop killer? You're kind of killing my erection here. I don't.
Are you a cop? I got to go.
Now, you know what would have been interesting is if she was trying to be a cop,
Uh-huh.
but she's trying to be a lawyer. You know what I mean? Like, does it matter that she's trying to be a lawyer and not a cop? Because if you made it like, I want to be a cop just like Lieutenant Andrews, then here you go.
Just
She's
like my daddy.
Kind of, yeah.
But
kinda
then we don't
getting
get
into it.
her later, like, throwing out some pretty bullshitty sounding lawyer talk when she gets busted.
Oh,
Would have been
wow.
a good time for her boyfriend to come back in with his bullshit side.
There you
Right?
go.
He's just in the background holding up a sign.
He's in the drunk tank. He's like, I got busted
Bullshit.
too.
So, Cowboy and Angel, they're in his new home. Okay, like he lives in another warehouse now that he's dressed up like the set of a western.
Yep.
And he's like, look at, I found this place. Now I live here.
I like it. So they tore down my old place and put up one of those brand new high-rise condoms.
Yep.
I swear he says condoms.
No, he does say that.
He does? All right.
And that's when he says something,
Yeah.
his line.
That's when,
Oh yeah. It's awfully hard to fight with your long johns on, your tallywhacker hanging out.
Zing.
I've always said that.
Yeah. It's the new motto of the Grindbin.
In fact, in my senior class yearbook, that's my quote.
That's a good one.
well, that's
Yeah.
funny because I was voted most likely to fight with my tallywhacker out.
And man, were they right.
They like Pia Zadored it. They made you your own category for that one.
Because I had to be a winner.
Yeah.
Tallywhacker pit fighter, Michael Tanner.
Tanner, always known
I
as the
played that
man
game.
with his tallywhacker out in high school.
pit fighter. It's my penis, and then every time I win a match, a pile of money appears beneath it and raises it up.
Some poorly animated guy in spandex trying to punch you repeatedly.
Crowd, like I go too far into the crowd, and they just pull me in by my dick. Deep cut Midway Games.
Man.
Yeah, but didn't you ever
Listen,
rent?
as a Gen Xer, I don't know if you're going to understand those
No.
jokes.
Didn't you ever rent Pit Fighter? Because I remember renting that game and being like, this sucks.
I remember playing in the arcade and being like, this is terrible.
Yeah. And then Mortal Kombat came around and you're like, oh, this is what it was supposed to be.
It's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now this is cool.
Pit Fighter was the prototype.
Yeah. It sucked. And it probably still does. Anyways, Cowboy and Angel, right? They're at his new place. He's talking about how it's hard to fight with his dick hanging out. He's a real tanner, this guy.
That's right.
That is your legacy, Tanner.
That's a real interesting thing to be known for in high school, is the guy who's always got his dick hanging out while he's in a fight.
Yeah, I mean,
It's a good way to end a fight, though.
yeah.
Like, if a guy's punching you and you start pulling out your penis,
Yeah.
he's going to stop hitting you. Be like, whoa, what?
I'm like, I thought this was something else. I thought.
Oh
this
my
was something
God.
else. Sorry,
Dude, I'm sorry. I can't.
That's why I always told people, like, if I was a professional basketball player, I'd bring the short shorts back.
Oh, man.
And I'd
Uncle
get up,
Drew style?
I get up real close. That's
Oh.
how I'd play, you know? I'd be known as the guy who's like, you don't want to get near him. Don't get near him on a rebound. Hard than soft, am I right?
That's how Rodman used to pick them all up.
Exactly.
I'd get one of those like BDSM, like kind of like spiked collars, and just wear it during the game. So when I am brushing up against them, like they're gonna feel something.
I feel like
And
you
it's-
go.
it's gonna be
I feel like
uncomfortable.
as soon as you check in, the ref whistles technical foul.
The second your foot touches the inside of the court.
No.
That's how I would do it if I were a professional basketball player.
Man. I
They
remember when
call me Lion Dick, because I don't know if you know, but lions have barbed penises.
I remember when I unlocked you on NBA Jam.
I was on fire.
That was great.
So yeah, this is this is a legit crazy man who should be highly medicated. But now he's off his meds on the streets with his loaded guns. As Angel goes like, "Here's your guns." He's like, "Oh, thank God."
As it should be.
And he
Things
says-
are right again.
Okay, good thing I got my guns and now I got my live ammo. They used to tell me I couldn't walk around with live ammo on the streets, but guess what? What they don't know won't hurt them, right?
Until I shoot them.
That's what I always
Those
say.
glass babies.
You know, this.
Did you see that
movie-
glass baby?
This movie series takes place in Hollywood, and it's got a very strong anti-mental health stance. I'm just saying, are these Scientology movies?
Oh,
I was going to actually
shit.
say that you do see what would become the Scientology building in some of the shots.
You see?
That is interesting.
Oh, and then
I'm just
there's
saying.
the part where Yo-Yo
This is
starts
a
talking
sec-
about Thetons.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Where's
Yeah.
Kit Carson's wife?
This is a secret Elrond.
How come no
movie?
one's asking
oh,
about this?
man, you're right. Whatever
all I wanna
happened
know.
to her?
She's on the C Corps.
Yeah, we don't
That's
have the
what
fucking
happened,
rank to
guys,
ask that question.
That's what happened to Yo-Yo. He got his calling. He had to go to the Sea Corps.
Yeah.
Like they're like, we need you to go on Elrond's boat, and kind of go around and everything.
Next week, Leia Remedy pretends to be a hooker to get to the bottom of this.
So this is what Kit gives Angel her Derringer, right?
Yeah.
Her like
Yeah,
tiny
he
little
says, if you see
Derringer.
any glass babies, shoot
'em.
first. Don't ask questions. And she's like, okay, I don't.
They're
really-
everywhere.
Are you sure you should be out?
That sounds like something a glass baby would say. You're not a glass baby, are you, Angel?
I would have liked it if the fat boys were in this as his disorderlies, but he just imagined them, and they'd always be hanging around.
And he tests to see if people are glass babies by breathing on them and seeing if they fog.
And the
He's
fat,
Nah, this one checks out.
and he always turns to his imaginary friends, the fat boys. He's like, "This look like glass baby to you?" They're like, "Yep."
Thanks, fat boys. Man, that's a better movie. I like Kit Carson trying to get rid of all these glass babies with the help of his imaginary fat boys.
Somebody's got to do it, right? So, anyways, yeah, she gets her little mini gun. He's like, "Yeah, just shoot it like a real gun. It's just a mini gun, a Derringer." I'm like, okay. Everybody in the audience knows she's gonna shoot this, right?
Well, yeah, you don't introduce it if she's not gonna.
Yeah. So Angel and Cowboy, they're at the boulevard at night, okay? The mob guys come around and they ask a hooker where Johnny Glitter is. She won't tell them until they grab her face.
Yeah, that scene is something.
And she goes, "He's in Chinatown." And they're like, "Okay, great."
It's weird because the last place that he was reportedly seen was also in Chinatown. Maybe they should have just started in Chinatown, the one place they knew where he was.
Yeah, the place where they killed the one
Yeah.
cop outside of... Where they killed Andrews right outside of Johnny's glitter lair. Yeah. Couldn't you
glitter
tell
lair.
by the fucking glitter all over the building?
Just
and
follow the
everything?
trail of glitter.
Yeah. So he's apparently telling some winos a Cinderella story or something. Like,
I believe, this is my headcanon,
All right.
is that Johnny Glitter is actually telling his origin story.
Oh.
He came to LA like chasing after a girl who he thought was his Cinderella, and then he ended up a crazy street person throwing glitter at everyone. That's my headcanon.
But she wasn't Cinderella.
No,
She was a glass baby.
she's a glass baby. She got shot. Shattered.
I feel like one night Johnny Glitter was being a prostitute, and then he got called to some rich man's house where he was like supposed to walk in a room with a wedding dress on, and then he's in a coffin and pops up and all this stuff. Like maybe something. And then he was like never
the guy
the
from
same again.
Spooky's asking for a request?
It was in
Pop out of a
Vice
coffin
Squad.
with a wedding dress on?
It was in Vice Squad.
Oh.
So that was the weirdest scene in that movie. I felt
That
like he was,
whore ruined everything.
Yes, that
He doesn't
this
call her a
whore
whore.
ruined
What is he?
everything.
He calls her something else. Like,
This slut.
yeah, this slut ruined everything.
And then Johnny Glitter went home and he was never the same again. He just started coughing up glitter. So
There's Moulin Rouge.
he's telling them a story. He's like, and then she became a princess. Woo! And he throws glitter, and they're like, "You're gonna sweep that up before you leave, right?"
We're fucking hobos. We don't care about glitter.
And that's that scene. I don't understand the emphasis on comedy at this point. The Angel was not a comedy, not even close. And I write, this is like a comedic sequel to Vice Squad to me. It's it's the world of Vice Squad, but with comedy. Yeah. Like if Ramrod was making jokes with the name Ramrod instead of ramming people. You know?
Instead of ramming and rodding.
Yeah. So then mob guys show up.
That's our new T-shirt.
Basically, the mob guys just show up. They're like, "Hey, Johnny Glitter live here," and some guy's like, "Yeah, he's up there. Go get him."
What a scene.
Yeah. I write. Yeah, that's when I write. Couldn't they just follow the trail of glitter that this douche must leave behind? I mean, the glitter douche that he probably has.
You ever douche with glitter?
It's all over, man.
Yeah.
He's
It's
got to have it come
It
out of
goes everywhere.
every orifice, everything.
Breathtaking.
Yeah. Have a fine glitter douche in the morning.
If you don't think one of his jokes is that he farts out glitter on Hollywood Boulevard, you're wrong, Tanner. Of course he does. That's
yeah,
the
that's
big,
one of his nighttime
That's the
bits.
cloud he
That's-
disappears that day.
That's the big one for the kids. Is he bends over and he goes poop, and he does the fart, and all the glitter flies everywhere, and everybody's like, ah, ha, ha, and the parents are like, step back.
We will not be tipping you, sir.
And Kick
I do work on tips.
Carson comes out and goes, I've seen a lot of glass out here.
He thinks the glitter is just shards of glass.
If he had just,
somebody who's already shot in all these glass babies.
I would have loved it if he just showed up and he shot Johnny Glitter. He's like, no! You're the son of a bitch that put me in here, and then he shoots him.
Man, that's what we needed for Avenging Angel is like someone convincing Kit Carson that everyone's a glass baby and making him into a serial killer.
Yeah, I'd like it. Yeah, no. So then Angel, Angel, Yo-Yo, and Cowboy show up. The new gang, right? They show up at the hotel, and then the mob guys just like walk down a hallway beating up winos, you know? They're
Like you do.
Yeah. Hey, where's Johnny Glitter? Fuck you. I'm just gonna punch you anyways. And then they go to this drunk hotel manager. Is like, yeah, they're upstairs. Angel and the Cowboy get shotguns, and they're like, all right, we're gonna go break it. I'm like, wait, whoa, what the fuck's going on? Did
No.
they know that the mob's here?
This is gonna
Yeah.
go Massacre Mafia style.
Okay, because at this point I thought they were just showed up. They didn't know the mob's there, and they're like, we're gonna go kill
I
Johnny
don't
Glitter,
remember where
right?
they got the shotguns from, but like the
or why they have them.
well, the lobby guy warns them like two mean dudes are up there also looking for him.
That's right. They get the shotgun under the desk.
Ah, okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
and Kit Carson goes, no, I know how to use it. And they're like, okay, great. He goes, Angel, just aim at anything that looks like glass. And she's like, why do you keep saying this?
Why is he shooting all the windows?
So they use glitter as a
He got to a
distraction.
menagerie and freaked out.
So the mob guys get him, right? They get glitter.
Yeah, they grab them.
They're like, okay, we got him. And then glitter gets away by throwing glitter.
Yeah,
Right.
it's
I really got
really
mad about
ingenious.
Not today, Batman.
Yeah, and he goes, ha! And then the mob guys are like, no, don't touch it.
It gets in everything.
It's Sif glitter.
Don't breathe.
I think some got on my tongue.
Don't breathe it. It's like they filled the room with gas. Like the glitter Batman villain. You're in a room and then all of a sudden glitter starts coming
Just
through the vents. You're
raining
like, oh no.
No.
The Sif glitter.
Not the sulfuric glitter.
Yeah, so then all of a sudden Kit Carson comes in and just starts fucking shooting the place up, right?
Yeah, we get a sweet gun battle.
Yeah, there's a gunfight. Because remember how Angel was like a gunfighter?
Yep.
So then basically what happens is that we just cut in the middle of a gunfight. Like all of a sudden a bunch of guns go blam, 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 blam. And then afterwards, they're just outside with Johnny Glitter, and it's almost like the director and editor are like, we didn't get any coverage of any of that, did we? Like, no, we just got a shot of people coming in and shooting. We didn't really think to finish the gunfight.
Yeah, Angel kills a guy with the shotgun.
Yeah.
And then
Man,
we also have the bad guys think like, oh, they must be pros. So then we have this weird subplot of the mob now thinking that there's some heavy hitters from a rival outfit.
And I'm
They
sure
brought some
we
people
all
from out of
agree.
town.
I'm sure we all agree. This was the time you kill Yo-Yo.
Yeah.
Like you have him die in the gunfight. They're like, no,
You need a
no,
meaningful
Yo-Yo."
death at this
Exactly.
point.
Kill him. No, they'll just cut him out of the movie.
Yep.
I think this is the point. Maybe he was supposed to die in that gunfight. That's why you never see him again.
We see him in one more scene coming up.
And then he's just gone.
Then he's gone. There's no explanation. He disappears from the movie. And we still get Johnny Glitter being comic relief because he's like not crazy, but he's dumb, weird, crazy.
He's crazy.
Yeah, it's weird
Tanner,
comedy.
he's a man who wears a kabuki mask and throws glitter in the air. He's
Yeah, all right.
crazy.
Straight out of Arkham, this guy.
He also sees the fat boys in his imagination. It's like weird because him and Kit Carson see the same imaginary
Shared
people.
hallucinations.
Yeah.
I have a theory. Johnny Glitter doesn't exist. It's all Kit Carson.
Oh. None of these characters have existed.
None of these exist.
Kit Carson never left the mental institution.
Yeah, this is just at the end of it. Kit Carson shaking a
snow
snow globe.
That's full of glitter.
Oh, and it's off Hollywood Boulevard.
Oh my God.
The Glitterverse.
So we're in a tattoo shop now.
Getting
and-
matching tattoos.
Yeah.
And no, they're just here because the tattoo guy is gonna draw them like a
He draws the sketch of the Donald Trump looking guy.
and he's just like, does this look like him? And they're like, yeah, I think so.
He should have been doing the sketch on someone's back.
Yes.
That would have been a good joke.
It should have been on
Bobby.
Kit Carson's back.
Was this it? No, not quite. All right, bring me another person.
But why did we need this scene?
Plot-wise, it does give them a little bit more information because the tattoo guy does say like, oh yeah, this guy looks familiar. He looks like a guy who tried to shake me down and get
okay.
me to sell the tattoo parlor, but I'm not the owner, so I can.
Yeah.
So that's when Angel calls the meeting.
Yes, so
Right.
we'll never, by the way, we'll never see that tattoo guy
No.
again. We'll never go in the tattoo shop again. That's a wrap. Took half a fucking day to film this useless scene and paid a man to speak in our movie. So then we get, we get a montage of Angel doing work at the library. Because that's what we want.
that's right. She has to go study.
Well, she does say, she goes,
Quote-unquote
okay,
study.
guys, get everybody ready for the big party. And everybody's like, I write what? Party? When did it? They're doing a lot off screen, aren't they? Like, where's Yo-Yo? Did he die? You know, and then all of a sudden they're talking about some big party they're going to and everything, and like somebody's going to make a cake, and Solly's going to bring the baby. They might give it away as a raffle prize because they can't find it at home
It's a
yet.
real Bronx Warriors situation.
Yeah.
Phew, man, imagine that 50-50 raffle, and they're like, we're not giving away money, we're giving away a kid. Like, oh.
Any childless couples in the house?
Yeah, buy
I got
some
a prize for
tickets.
you.
Yo-Yo gets it. So Angel's doing a montage of work at the library, and all these people are looking at her like, look at this young girl working on these books. She's
Look at this
crazy.
member of the Bengals studying.
Because she's like got all the big law books out, you know. She's just going through it all, reading her Constitution and such, you know.
The 10 Commandments. She's hitting
Yeah.
all the heavy hitters.
She's looking at all of it, man. You know, she's going down to the Federalist Papers and all.
Wow.
You know, she's getting real fucking originalist on this shit, you know? So then we're at some rich house. I guess this rich asshole's like the head of the mob guys or something.
More or
He's
less,
like,
yeah.
hello, I'm a bad guy, and I'm going to buy Hollywood Boulevard and make it good. And I'm like, wait, this guy's bad? Because this sounds...
We don't want that.
Yeah, we don't want gentrification on the worst
Hey,
street
he's
in
killing
L.A.
people.
We're anti-mental health, and we're anti-neighborhood improvement.
So...
We want to be dirty and
Yeah.
crazy.
So apparently he's a mob boss. That's his like son that showed up earlier.
Miles.
You know? Yeah,
the
Miles.
freaky looking guy.
And I'm just writing, what's happening? Also, he's in his underwear.
Yes.
He's in his long johns with his
Yeah.
tallywhacker hanging out.
Yeah.
He's about to fight somebody.
That's how you know.
I think him and Kit would get along. You know, if maybe they met in this
Finally,
movie.
someone who
Under
understands
better
me.
circumstances.
You see those fat boys too?
Yes, I do, Kit.
So I just write, what's happening? Because I don't know. And then I just know that this is how we end the scene, is on him saying this line, "It's Epstein. It's got to be that Hebe from Jersey."
It's probably Epstein's mom.
Wow.
Oh. Mr. Carter. Yeah, I love the last shot of the son just kind of like nodding, like he doesn't know how to react to that that line. He's like, "Huh?
Are you sure that was in the
Epstein,
script?
huh? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think that was ever
This guy's
appropriate.
taking it for a walk.
So then we go to all the Hollywood losers at a party.
It's the big neighborhood meeting.
Yeah.
In Solly's, I assume.
This is the
a lot
resistance.
of disease.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got this sweet old white guy who's all like, "Capitalism is great.
Okay,
What's the problem here?"
What the fuck is this guy? Like, okay, he will never show up again, but there's some guy that just steals the scene. He's like, is this supposed to be Epstein?
That I don't
who
want to
is this
sound
guy?
racist, but when we cut to that scene and this guy's talking, he's like, "Oh, I think money is great." I was like, "Is that supposed to be Epstein? Is that what this movie's doing?
Is this his character on Hollywood Boulevard?
Yeah.
He's the
Are
guy who
we
goes, "Money
getting a
is great."
swerve where actually the Jewish mob is trying to like help like Angel subvert the
They don't explain this man. He's only in one scene. Every time somebody talks, he has some sort of quip.
Yep. He makes the most of it. So these are all the street people and business owners on Hollywood Boulevard. So I have to assume he's the owner of the wig shop?
I have no idea. Money is great. And they're
The
like, that's
Popeyes
fine.
on the corner that
Yeah.
we see a bunch of times?
I don't know. But every time somebody talks, he has some sort of little one-liner that
Yep.
he just fits in, you know. So then a cowboy, Kit Carson just fires some guns off inside. And he's like, all right, everybody shut up. Angel's going to make a speech now. And then she gets up and she's like, hey, everybody, here's the plot of the movie. That's what she does. And then that's when the guy, he keeps making comments.
Yeah. He's like, what's the big problem here? What's the problem?
She's like, the mob's trying to turn this into a nice place like Times Square is now. And it doesn't have hookers or anything, and you bring your kids there, and it's not a problem. I don't see any problem with that. What's wrong with that?
Earlier, she's like, they're trying to control Vice on Hollywood Boulevard. He's like, Vice is good money. There's a lot of money in Vice.
I would do anything to get that Sif glitter out of my store.
If we really force the mob not to take over, can we at least get Johnny Glitter killed? Can we make that sacrifice? I'm just spitballing here as a group. Can we all agree that Johnny Glitter, nothing personal, I do hate you, but I hope you get killed.
Somebody take my glitter.
Please.
Oh, God. You know what? Better movie.
I just keep writing, who the fuck are you, dude? Why do you keep talking in my movie? And then I write, I don't know, man. This all goes to the top. Something about taking control of Vice. She hands out a mugshot. That's it. I don't really know what's going on, man. Then we go back to the boulevard. Some guy's juggling on a unicycle. And I write, somebody fucking hit him with the car. Him and Glitter. Take him out at the same time. So then street people hand out mugshots to strangers, and people are like, I don't want this. Don't give me your flyer.
It's the same
No.
move that they did in Robotrix.
Yeah, just hand out flyers of the bad guy. They're like, have you seen this bad guy?
Just give us a call.
And then some guy propositions Angel. Oh, yeah.
Oh, Ajax from the Warriors.
Oh,
God.
This
He
guy,
did look like him.
he comes over and he's like, hey, we're having a good time. And
How would you like to make my day?
yeah, and she's like, oh, I'm on my lunch break. And again, like I've said before,
Good line.
you know what? Don't get a hooker before or after lunch. Like, just...
So never.
Get her during the lunch
Yeah.
while she's eating. 'Cause she'll
Exactly.
be distracted.
But I'm saying, after a hot dog dinner, go find another.
Learn from Mike Wood's mistake, everybody.
Of course, yeah. As I've always said, never get that chili dog hooker.
That Okie
It's a bad
dog was
choice.
not Okie.
That was the quote in your
No, no.
yearbook.
Yeah.
Never get the chili dog hooker.
Yep. You know me. So she points the mini Derringer at his crotch, right?
It says, one more word and I'll blow your balls into outer space.
And I was like, that's...
Like the Los Locos from Short Circuit 2.
oh my God, Johnny Fives, they're dressed up like a hooker. Pick up guys on the boulevard.
Round the world, $50.
It's not even about the money. He just wants to feel alive.
Well, Goot programmed him to be a hooker, you know. They're going to get money. I would have liked that. It was like the third Short Circuit is Steve Gutenberg reprogramming Johnny Five to be a pleasure robot.
You ever been jerked off by a bot? It's amazing.
You really want to know what it's like to be alive, you need to You know.
Oh man, and like Gutenberg's like the midnight cowboy. Like he's like
He's Ratso Rizzo.
yes. I'm walking here.
Yeah.
I'm walking. Johnny Five.
I'm telling you, I really want to be a cook someday. I think it would be really amazing.
All right, so then he backs off, and then another hooker comes up, right? And she goes, "Well, I see you haven't lost your touch." And I write, "Do we know you?"
Yeah. Am I supposed to know this character?
It'd be great if the movie stopped like that and went, who the fuck are you?
It's like, yeah, you keep having characters that just show up like I'm supposed to know them, and they talk and stuff. Like, who are these people? And then the cops raid the streets and arrest all the hookers, including Angel, right? And Johnny Glitter makes the scene worse by throwing glitter in the air, and the cop goes, "Don't arrest him, shoot him. Shoot him. That glitter is a weapon."
Spending the night in jail is no reason for doom and gloom. I've got a pocket full of dreams.
Yeah,
then
and that's when he goes,
throws,
"Hey!"
throws
Just
glitter in the
blam
air.
right
and
through
the
the
cop's
glitter
just
cloud.
like, arrest that guy.
He says, "Arrest that dingbat." And that's when Johnny Glitter goes, "What dingbat?"
There's also a cop. I mean, there's a clown dressed as an old-timey cop directing traffic.
Yeah.
Which is, I was like, huh. I bet you that guy's actually doing crowd control for the actual like people on Hollywood Boulevard who are not in this movie. He's just keeping them away from camera shot.
Yeah, and he's just like a clown.
Yeah.
So now Angel's in jail. She talks to the new Angel, the new Angel, the 15-year-old girl. She's
The oldest 15-year-old girl I've ever seen.
Yeah, and she's like crying. It's just like that scene in Vice Squad where like he's gonna walk up to her and be like, "You just gotta get your life straight and everything." So she comes up and she's like, "You ever thought about going home?" And she's like, "Yeah, my father would love that."
At least on the street, I get paid for it. I don't need this,
Whoa.
man.
That's what I said. I said,
We're a comedy now, remember?
"Here's
movie.
that's the thing." I said, "Fuck you, movie. You can't just change your tone on a dime. Fuck you. You can't do that."
You cannot drop that on us.
Yeah, it's like, no. We've watched a fucking little tramp break into a mental institution.
Charlie Chaplin break
Yeah.
an old cowboy out of the fat boy's mental institution.
And now you're going to do this line about some girl and her dad. No. And so then Angel gets all law school with the cops. She's like, "Yeah, apparently in the Federalist Papers you can't like do this thing." And then the other girls are like, "Wow, she knows words."
We can be more than hookers.
Yeah. And then she's like, gets them all out apparently. And
Yeah,
then
we owe this lady an apology.
Yeah.
That would happen.
That's when Ossie Davis shows up and he's like, "What am I doing in this movie?" And they're like, "You're on set for one day, Mr. Davis. You're going to tell this girl that she's fine, but you're a cop and she can't be a cop." And he's like, "Okay, whatever."
Just try that. Apply that in real life. If you happen across a police officer who's breaking the law, explain the law that's being broken to him, and he'll probably stop.
They love that. Cops
really do.
love to be corrected.
That's what
Yeah,
Ossie
they really
Davis
do.
says, actually, in his
Tell them that
office.
they're
He
out
goes-
of line.
He goes, "We really appreciate you quoting the Federalist Papers, because sometimes these guys forget, you know?"
Really, it was a real come to Jesus for the boys in the office.
Yeah. And he goes, "So anyways, yeah, Lieutenant Andrews is my friend. We're trying to solve the case. We'll figure out who killed him." And she's like, "Yeah, well, you're not doing it fast enough." He's like, "Well, there are witnesses and questions, and, it's like being a real police officer. There are things to do." And she's like, "Well, I'm going to go find him anyways." And he's like, "I don't care. I don't care."
That's fine.
Yeah. And so that scene ends. We'll see him one more time in this movie. So the next day, the mob guy is with... He's like picking up a hooker or something. Okay, here's the thing. The mob guy's in the day, right? And he goes with some girlfriend of his, and they're picking up a hooker on the street, and he says, "You want something about going around the world for $80 or something like that?" And yeah. And then
It's a
some
classic tale.
some street lady, like
the world
Pretty
for
Woman.
$80.
some street lady, like the character from Up Your Alley, notices. She's like, "That's the mob guy."
The character's name is Shopping Cart Sally.
Shopping Cart Sally notices, "That's the mob guy. I'm gonna go tell that.
him.
I'm gonna go tell that business owner that was in that scene. Hey, I found the mob. I don't care.
Get out of my store! You're bad for business.
You can't use the restroom." This guy, he just shows up to that party. He's like, "I thought this was for business owners. Why are the people that stand outside my store that I have to call the cops on here? Can you explain that to me? I thought this was about selling to the mob, because I'm ready."
I'll take cash on the barrel.
Yeah, he calls up
I
the
want
mob.
to retire at a rancho.
So Angel and the cowboy go to the Hollywood Tower Hotel now.
Yeah.
Right? And they're going to find the mob guy. Glitter drove them. And I was like, "Wait, where's Yo-Yo?"
Yo-Yo has disappeared.
Yeah. Now all of a sudden Glitter's their new assistant. And so then the mob guy's like just beating up the hookers. They're like, no, you
That's
bought him
the
for sex, not to
worst
hit
orgy
him.
ever. He's beating up a room full of girls.
Yeah, they're like, are we going to have sex now? He's like, no, we're going to play pit fighter. Starts hitting them. They're like, whoa. And so then Angel and the Cowboy. So Angel
Wait. Before Angel and the Cowboy, which is a great name for a movie.
Yeah.
Before they leave the hearse, they tell Johnny Glitter, if you see Donald, or if you even think you see Donald, honk the horn.
Yeah.
Like, all right. So then they go in, and they're searching the hallways. And
They
hear
don't
the
search very long.
Yeah.
Kit Carson goes, bam, and kicks down a door, and then he just starts shooting people. And he's like, ba, 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 ba. And he's just going in seeing glass babies everywhere, right? Shoots them all up. Then there's a chase scene where comically the Donald Trump hair guy slips on like a bucket of...
Yeah, Angel tips over a bucket of water that the cleaning woman is mopping with, and he comically slides down the length of a hallway.
Yeah, he does the Three Stooges.
And smashes out the window and falls to his death, where he lands...
On the car Glitter's driving.
The car that Glitter's in, and we hear the thump. And then Glitter's like, oh, what's that? And then slowly Donald's face moves down into view. And Johnny Glitter goes, oh, and he honks the horn. We get our first payoff for something that was set up.
And then the cops are like, we finally got it. Shoot him. He took that guy out. Thank God. Do you think when they shot Glitter, just like a poof of glitter would come out of him?
I feel like
Because he's not actually a real
because he's a
real
Batman
person.
villain. His blood has been replaced with glitter.
Oh, he fell into a vat of glitter at a glitter factory.
Would you like to know how I got this glitter?
I kind of like to be like, has a bulletproof vest full of glitter.
The squibs are just glitter.
Oh, man. Let's put some glitter on that face.
Something.
Why so glittery?
This is the worst Batman villain.
You know,
this is
or
worse
the
than
best.
Egghead.
Here's the problem,
King
though.
Tut.
I'm going to pitch this at DC.
If they had made that
should. You
fourth
have
Nolan
connections.
movie.
It would have gone there. at
Yeah,
this
he
point.
was like, I want to add Johnny Glitter to it. They're like, who? He's
My
like, no, we
favorite.
got this idea, yeah. Yeah, him and Bane.
There's a never realized episode of the 66 Batman series where Johnny Glitter came to Gotham City.
He would have fit in with that crowd, though. I guess she solved the case. Movie over, right? Bobby, start the van.
Should be.
No.
Should be.
Now we're back at the Boulevard at night, and Angel gives the new Angel a ticket to Tucson. She's like, go ahead, go away, live with your sister. I was
love
like,
this scene.
Tucson? I'd rather be on the Boulevard. Just saying, personally, you know.
I agree.
It's hot there.
So Angel bought her a plane ticket and a
bus
cab.
ticket. Come on. No,
No, plane ticket.
Oh, wait, yeah, you're right.
Right,
A
'cause
plane ticket. Man.
She puts her in a cab, is like LAX, and then tells the cab driver, make sure she gets on the plane. And the cab driver's like, yeah, all right, lady. And then they drive off.
Yeah.
No fucking way does that cabbie go like, yeah, all right, I'll just make sure this woman gets on the plane.
Oh, no, Tanner. They found her head in
Yeah,
a
they-
dumpster. Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's another
you know who was
unsolved.
driving that cab? Ramrod.
Yeah. Oh, no, I got her, ma'am. I just got off the set of Days of Our Lives, and I'm pissed.
I'm going to sing a song about it.
Yeah, he rolls up singing the song from Vice Squad.
Or he just made up an Avenging Angel theme song. Her name was Angel. She was no longer a streetwalker. Like, please, we don't need this anymore.
And you know the chorus.
Wings,
glass
please.
Glass babies.
Glass bottle babies. Do.
They ask him to stop. He starts hitting it with a coat hanger.
So now
I can't believe he had that on him.
I always have it on me.
Now we're at the fancy house, and the mob boss is all pissed. He's like, we got screwed by a hooker, a cowboy. And then he says another Jewish thing, which I'm like, dude.
The line is a hooker, a drugstore cowboy, and a Jewish dyke.
I'm like, okay, I know Sally is, I don't think we've gotten into her sexuality, but I guess you're assuming.
It's pretty apparent.
But
and I feel like there were
Jewish.
references to it in the first movie. I think that some
Yeah.
of the names that she and the transsexual character were throwing back and forth with each other.
You're right, yeah.
That they were
it's true.
trading barbs. That was part of their relationship, is that they used slurs on each other.
But I would never have described her as just randomly Jewish. That's a real weird thing
You
to
know,
ascribe to
you
somebody.
You see devils where you see them. It all comes back.
Oh, dear.
So then he tells his son, I want them all taken care of. And his son's like, oh, okay. Guess we'll do that for the rest of the movie.
Yep.
Yup. That's exactly how he sounds. Then Angel walks down the boulevard with some groceries. Apparently she lives here now. You know? She's like fucking quit law school and now she lives on the street.
This is how she lives now.
Just some like random cop pulls up and he's like, "Oh, hey,
Angel.
Mr. Austin Davis."
Angel. Molly. Oh, that gets her to stop.
And then he's like, "Aussie Davis wants to see you, Mr. Davis." And she's like, "Okay, sounds fine." He's like, "Let me drive you. We'll go over there right now." So they get in the car, and he's talking about they're talking about Andrews, right? And she's like, "Andrews was a good cop." And he's like, "Good cop." Heh. And I'm like, "No, Angel, he's a bad guy. Get out of the car. Our second act twist has arrived." And
he's the inside man.
Oh
This
my
cop
God.
we've never seen before.
Shock, intrigue.
Oh, I'm sorry. You saw him in one other scene earlier in the movie when like Ozzie Davis is like, "Go work."
Oh,
And he's like,
wow.
"Okay." Wink, wink,
So
I'm a
glad
bad
he
guy.
was,
And then he walks out.
as he was established so well.
Yeah. It was like one of those things. It's like, I think I know him. Oh, he's a bad guy. And then he just pulls into a parking garage and he's like, "Okay, I'm going to shoot you now." And they get up to the top of the garage and he's like, "All right, get ready to be shot." And Angel runs away.
Notice where this parking garage is. It is right across the street from where Charles Bronson in Death Wish 2 kills his first victims.
Really?
Yeah, in the background you can see the old hotel.
Oh,
It's
and
right
you
across the
saw
street.
the shadow of Bronson looming over this parking
It's like,
garage?
do you believe in Jesus?
You're about to meet him.
You're gonna meet him. Whee!
So then, what happens is that Angel tries to shoot him with the Derringer, but it doesn't work.
Yeah.
And then she gives up and just walks out of the open.
Well, no,
Okay.
she does shoot it. So she tries 3 times. It's a 4-shot Derringer.
Yeah.
And he at that point realized like, oh, her gun doesn't work. So he, I think, steps out.
Oh, yeah.
She steps out again and shoots him in the shoulder.
And he Con Airs it. Like, he just kind of gets hit, but then keeps going. And then she just walks out in the open like, "Well, I guess the gunfight's over. I won.
Yeah.
It's a draw. Or it's a duel, so I shot you first. I win."
I win.
And he's like, No, I'm still going to shoot you." And then Aussie Davis shows up and he's like, "They told me I was in this scene." And he shoots the guy. And she's like, "He was a bad guy." He's like, "Yeah, I know.
I like that the cop's dying words are like, "You didn't have to do this." And then he dies. And then we cut to Ossie Davis. Long pause. "Yeah, I did." It's like he's already dead. He already died. He's not hearing. He's not hearing that.
You're
quip.
using all the scream time
Yeah.
you can of Aussie. Like, is every second, every frame they got of him they use in this movie, including the 2 second, the whole minute pause before the director's just
action.
sitting there going, "Aussie,
Ossie, say your line.
line."
"Yeah, I did."
We got it.
Did
All
you
right,
get that? Because
check
I'm
the
not doing
gate.
it again.
Check the
Yeah,
gate.
we got it.
Mr.
We got
Davis
it.
is walking up. He's gone. We couldn't get
He's
covered.
taking a
I hope
sandwich
we
from
got
the
it.
lunch wagon.
He wouldn't do the close-up. He really Louis Jordan this one. So then the mob boss and the son, they're putting pins on a map. They're like, "Look, we almost got the whole town taken care of on our map." And he's like, "Okay, I guess that's our plan, right?" And they're like, "Yeah, I don't know. We're just putting pins on a map. This is all like what we'd want to own, but I don't really."
This is more of an aspirational
Yeah.
board.
We really haven't
Kind of a
explained
mood
our
board action.
We haven't really explained our plot to the audience or ourselves. We just assume that because we're mafia guys and we live in this rich house, we'll somehow buy the town. We're like, okay, I guess that's fine.
It works.
Then Glitter's driving around, Angel, Solly, and the cowboy. They just get in a gunfight, car chase. Like, all of a
Keeps
sudden,
happening.
mob guys show up. Like something like Johnny Glitter goes, "I've seen that car before," and then he throws up Glitter,
like
and they're
a
like, "You blocked the windshield, fuck Johnny!
Don't do that when you're driving. And then they pop a tire, and then that's where we get to the opening line from the episode. Is they get kind of
They get
blocked
surrounded.
into an alleyway.
Yeah.
And that's her. Let's drop that part in there. Well, now I know how Custer felt.
And then the limo like flips over and like some guy runs out or something. And then the son's caught by the cowboy, like
Yep.
Kit Carson. He's like, "All right, I got him." So then the mob boss is at home and these guys come in. They're like, "Yeah, they got your son." And then he drops a vase, which breaks all over the place.
Oh, that was so great because the scene opens with the old guy with a magnifying glass inspecting the vase. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, he's going to drop that
Oh,
vase
of
before
course,
the scene
of
is
course.
over.
Right.
Oh, plan and payoff. And it actually does happen.
Yeah. And then the mob boss and the goon come in and they beat up. Okay, what happens is like the mob boss and some goons just go over and beat up those trans women.
Yeah.
And they're like, where is everybody that's trying to take us down? They're like, we don't know. We just take care of this baby. And they're like, a baby? A baby?
Say.
And then they kidnap that baby. And that's it. They kidnap the baby. And then we go to Kit Carson, who's at his house and has the mob boss's son tied up to a pole. And they're like, we're gonna get information out of him. But no, he breaks out of the tape and he points a gun at them and he's like, I'm gonna kill all of you. And then Kit
He
Carson
has a great line at this point where he says, "You ragtag band of pissant vigilantes, who do you think you're fucking with?"
And then Kit Carson shoots him through the head and
Well, the
goes,
phone
I saw
rings.
that glass baby.
Yeah. The phone rings. He sees a glass baby crawling on his face, and he shoots at it.
He's like doing the fucking William Tell scene from Naked Lunch at this
There's
point.
There's a glass baby sitting on his head, like, and he's like, just fires at it.
Oh yeah, and then
Damn, I missed.
and then the phone rings and the mob boss is like, I got your baby. Do you have my son? And they're like, whoops.
And like, oh no, we're gonna go full Weekend at Bernie's for the end of this movie.
Okay, this is the fucking stupidest shit. Is they go, yeah, we got your son. So they just show up to, where's this? The Bradbury
It's
building?
the
or something?
Bradbury building.
Yeah.
Which, come on, the Bradbury building. Any climax to a movie that takes place in the Bradbury building also is going to get serious
Man.
consideration
So
from
that's
me.
how it got to 2 stars for you, right?
Exactly.
So they Weekend at Bernie's this shit, as Bobby said. They just
But in the worst way possible. Like, not
Oh,
even
yeah,
a way
yeah,
that
yeah,
makes
yeah.
sense in the realm of, oh shit, our hostage is dead.
Yeah.
How do we try to delay the discovery of this? No.
So here's the thing. They don't even put makeup on him to
Yeah.
give him color in his cheeks. He's fucking blue, right? And then over the gunshot in his head, they just put like a Post-it note.
It's like a Band-Aid.
They put a Band-Aid
and so
on
he
a
still has
bullet
these
hole.
dead, lifeless eyes staring forward as they're carting him around in a wheelchair.
Like wrap him up like Darkman or something.
Yes.
You know, like do
put
something.
a blindfold, put a hood over him.
Yes. Yeah, you could say like, oh, put it like an Al Qaeda type hood
Yeah.
thing, something. Not just like a fucking Band-Aid like that's barely has any adhesion on. Like
Yeah.
they used it from somebody else.
Like,
and
he
placed
might
it
as
on
well
him.
have a scavenger animal tugging on him.
And they roll him around in a wheelchair with like a shawl over his legs, like he's FDR or something.
He looks
I
like
don't know.
Grandpa from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah, it's so weird. And they roll him into the Bradbury building, and the mob boss is there with the baby. And they're like, all right, are we going to make the trade-off in this random building we're all standing in that we hope nobody else is in? And they're like, yeah, here's your son. And then the Band-Aid just...
Well, the first they go, no, you all right, Miles? And now we are Weekend at Bernie's because she has to make him nod.
Yeah. Just grabs him by the neck and just puts his head up and down, nodding.
And the mob boss
Should have
is
done
like,
a tight 5 like Jeff Dunham.
oh, yeah. All of a sudden, he starts doing racist shit. He's like, why is he talking like he's a Mexican? What is going on?
My boss on a stick.
Yeah, and he's like, no, my son never talked. He was always known for nodding his head. He's all right. And he's like, okay, we're going to make this trade-off. And then they roll him up really close. Here's the thing. You could have, like, had him behind you, you know what I mean? And, like,
Yeah.
blocked him off, like, you give us the baby, and then we'll give you your son. But no, they roll him up first, like, here's your son, sir. And then the Band-Aid just falls off.
And they go, wait a minute.
He's dead!
He's got a bullet hole in his head.
Miles, are you okay?
Are you okay? And then she still nods yes. He's like, I think he's fine.
Wait, he said he's all right. Well, hold on. Let's not overreact.
Maybe it's my eyes. I am older, but yeah, it's
You know, they really should have, like, done a full Weekend at Bernie's and, like, kind of did some sort of puppet thing in the
like
chair.
they were holding him in between
The voodoo drums
two of them
start
and
playing and he
walking
starts
forward.
dancing.
Or it would have been funny if he's in the chair and Angel has, like, a pulley system. You know, are you all right, Miles? And his hands flying up. And during the gunfight, because she tied herself to Miles to operate his arms, she's running around and his arms are flapping all over. No, there's just a big gunfight, and they're like, we're going to kill this baby. And she's like, no, don't kill the baby. I'll give you my gun if you let the baby go. And so he's like, okay, I'll let the baby go. And then the baby's going to, like, walk off a ledge.
Yeah, he's crawling towards the ledge.
Right?
Well,
So
Johnny
he's-
Glitter has
he-
been wounded.
It's crawling across a construction site down the girders.
yeah.
It is. It's just like fucking Baby's Day Out.
Yeah.
The thing, it's going to fall off the building. And then, yeah, Glitter gets shot. Who
Good shot.
cares?
He yells for medic.
And no-
Medic!
yeah.
Medic! That's a wrap on his comedy.
And Kit Carson goes like, well, you ever seen Old Yeller?
You're a horse, Johnny. You're a horse, Johnny Glitter.
You were a horse this whole time.
You're a glass horse.
Like, wait, I'm not a horse. I'm not a blam.
Two between the eyes.
Oh, I loved that horse.
And so, yeah, then I think it's Solly that shoots. Somehow Solly is now a crack shot and shoots the mob boss from like 100. I mean, this is like a fucking JFK shot.
yeah.
You know what I mean? She's from the book
It's
Depository.
like 10
style.
stories different.
Yeah.
She's on the ground floor.
There might as well have been the laser dot.
Yeah, back and to the left. He gets shot, and then the baby's about to crawl. It does crawl off the building.
Yeah, we chuck a Cabbage Patch Kid off a balcony real quick.
Yeah, and they're like, no! And then somebody catches
We get
it.
the diving catch.
Yeah, we got Kit Carson catches the baby.
Okay,
'Cause
how
that's
great would it have
physics
been?
works.
How great would it have been if he shot the baby as it fell, and he
And it again shatters
Got
into
him.
glass.
got him?
I would like a kind of weird Rube Goldberg device of Kit Carson like shooting a railing that causes it to break off, and the baby kind of hits that and rolls down, and then like someone else shoots something and like
And that's another case of him going, damn, I missed.
yeah. They're like, good job, Kit. I was aiming for the baby.
What do you mean, good job? You're going too easy on me.
See, yeah, and then they use the dead guy's wheelchair to wheel out Johnny Glitter,
Yep.
which I would also be like, I'm not gonna sit in the chair that the fucking corpse was in.
There's like shit from a corpse in
Yeah,
here.
Oh, my
he
glitter
literally
mixing with
shit in this
carrion?
chair. Yeah, and so then the movie ends. They're just like, I guess we're all see you in the third one, everybody, and then they just wave goodbye, and that's it. The movie ends.
Yeah, they walk off into the Sunset Boulevard.
Oh
No, they filmed it downtown, so no, not at all.
yeah, it's at the Bradbury Building.
Yeah.
I think he's still going it. By the way,
Oh, yeah, it's an office building. There's a Subway on the first
They may,
floor, so it smells
check
like
your-
bread.
Satan levels, but you can go in there.
Yeah.
Anyways, recommendations.
Fuck no. This
Oh
movie's
my God,
terrible.
look at him. Look at him.
I can't recommend it, but it's watchable, but it's
How?
I watched it.
Under what circumstances is it watchable?
If you're going to be on a podcast where you discuss Avenging
Yeah, we
Angel,
watched it, sure.
Yeah.
It doesn't make it watchable.
don't
No.
go out of your way.
No. This is a 1,000,000% don't recommend. This is one of my least favorite Grindbin movies because I really liked the first Angel, and I watched this movie and I'm like, fuck you, fuck, and I was pissed off. I liked Vice Squad, I liked Angel, and then this movie came around and I'm like, no.
Yeah,
no.
it is confusing that the same people were involved in this one.
Yeah.
Because it's such a weird shift.
It is so lazy. It is so bad. It's not funny. I don't know why we try to make it a comedy. It's not good. There's absolutely no reason that they should have ever have released this. The only reason it's on that Angel double pack is because they knew nobody would buy Avenging Angel on its own, so they had to
100%.
sell it with the first movie. And then people would watch it and be like, is this a sequel or just like a spin-off or something? I don't know. That's it. No.
No.
Just no.
See, hear that sound? How do you think Bobby and DeVito are going to fit in the world of Avenging Angel? Tanner, because you love this movie so much, why don't you start us off?
I'm going to go with, let's see, let's go a different route than what, you know what I'm going to go with? That baby. We never see a father. We never have a father referred to. It's just probably John and one of the prostitute moms. But, maybe that prostitute mom, because she died very recently, maybe she sent a letter to the John who she knew was the father. And so after the events of this movie, when they return to Sully's warehouse, there's a yellow van waiting. And there's a older, wiser young man named Robert who is here to claim his baby. But then he gets one look at Angel, and he looks at her, and he asks her, "Are you into studs?" And it's a romance.
And she points at Derringer at his dick and goes, I still got one bullet left.
And he says, so do I.
Oh!
Well, with the day saved, I think that
Has it?
yeah, I think our man Kit Carson has one more vision, one more hallucination. And he goes, well, I think my friends are here. I gotta go, everybody. And a familiar van pulls up,
And he just gets in the back.
he just hops in the back, and it takes off, but then it breaks through the barrier and takes off into the air like the end of Christmas Evil. And he goes, no, wait a minute, boys, what's this? And he looks up, and they're made of glass. And he goes, no!
I feel like at that business meeting, you know, that we had the one guy,
Oh, yeah.
you know, and then all of a sudden DeVito's like, I run the car wash, you know, obviously I know, it's not on Hollywood Boulevard, but it's close enough, and I've showed up to say that I'm fine with them buying the Boulevard because all you hookers could just come to the car wash. I was thinking of this new business model where basically we have the van sitting out front, and a man can get his car wash while he gets his dick washed.
Oh, see, I was thinking it was maybe a combo of swap meet where there's a van, you get into the van with the hooker and you go through the car wash while you're doing your business.
That can also work. It's called a wash with a wash. You get your self-wash while you get the car wash.
The Fast Five.
The Fast Five. Is anybody okay? Hello, hookers. Are you okay with this business model? Everybody's leaving the party.
Where's everybody go?
Bobby, what are you doing? Bobby! And he's off, you know, trying to hit on somebody.
He's in his long johns with his tallywhacker out.
Yeah, pit fighter style, looking for a fight. Don't you remember that pit fighter character that had his dick out the whole time?
Oh, it's the only character I'd play with.
What was his name? Tallywhacker?
Tallywhacker.
Sure, yeah. Okay.
But it was like spelled like T-A, like middle initial lie, and the last name Whacker.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was sweet mustache.
Yep. And that's a movie, so.
I guess so.
So are we going to do the third one?
Yeah.
Are we going to do the fourth one?
There will be a fourth one, too.
If we get to the fourth one, I'm leaving this show.
Oh, my God, Bobby, it's now a tradition. Every summer sequel month, we're going to do The Next Angel.
Oh,
I think that's got to be how it
I'm not
is.
leaving this show. I can't quit you guys.
I did read the plot synopsis for 3 and 4, and they sound terrible.
Worse than Avenging Angel? I know there's a new angel in number 3, and I think then there's a new angel in number 4, too.
There is. It's not the same actress. It's supposed to be the same character, although, like,
she's like a real
nothing
James
matters.
Bond,
Yeah.
you know? Like, they just can keep switching her out with
Like in
a
the
new
fourth one,
person.
she's a photographer instead of a lawyer. Like, I don't know.
You know, she gave it up. She was like Ghostbuster 2ing it. She's like, who cares about playing in the symphony? You know, now I'm
art restoration.
an art restoration lady. Just learned this overnight. Took some night classes at DeVry, and now I can do that, you know? Anyways, thanks again for joining us on another episode of The Grindbin. You can find us at grindhousefilm.com. Tanner, where can people find you?
You can find me in September. I will be in Portland for Rose City Comic Con, September 7th, 8th, and 9th.
Hey.
Yeah. And
there are quite a few people that listen to the show at Portland.
Yeah, Portland. Come out, say hi. You can also find me on my website, buymichaeltanner.com.
That's www.buymichaeltanner.
Yeah, HTTP
buymichaeltanner.com
//
slashes buymichaeltanner.com /garbage file /trash fire.
Buymichaeltanner.com /index.html. They can find you there.
Or look for him as a Tallywhacker Pit Fighter on Twitter.
Pit Fighter on on Twitch. See my Twitch channel where I just play old
You play a Pit Fighter in your long john.
Pit Fighter in my
Old
long johns.
video games with his dick out.
Yeah, I just
like
slap my
half the
dick
people
across
probably
the-
do on Twitch. So.
And you can find me on Hollywood Boulevard doing yo-yo tricks for tourists.
Yep. Yeah, Bobby and I both work there on the weekends because look, this shit ain't making money.
You know, we appreciate the patrons, but it ain't keeping the lights on.
Trust us, Angel goes a little too close to home for us. You know, it's tough going out there. Yeah. So.
But yeah, check us out wherever fine podcasts are sold.
And you can join us on our Patreon, patreon.com/grindpin for $2 a month, and you get extra episodes. Oh, and Junior Braves Volume 2 is coming out.
Oh, yeah. It actually, by the time you're hearing this, Junior Braves Volume 2 is out and very well reviewed. Hopefully. You can get it at Barnes & Noble or Amazon.com or your finer local bookstores and comic book stores.
Yes, so go ahead and order that and give them a good review.
Yeah.
So, or a bad if you don't like it.
No, just give me a good... Just shut up if you didn't like it. Just shut the fuck up.
Hold your tongue.
Yes.
Tanner will give you your money back.
The most constructive criticism is your silence.
Yes.
That's true.
My favorite Amazon review is slow and no color. What a helpful review.
Wow. We also love it if you go on our Facebook, facebook.com/grindbin.html. We love it if you go on there and insult us. We really, really enjoy it. I like it. So go on.
He
go
needs
ahead.
it.
Yeah, go ahead and
Makes
give
him
us
feel
some criticism.
alive.
You know what we really like to hear is how to improve a free show. We love that. So go ahead and do that for me.
Bobby, get the glitter.
got no rhythm.